Okay, hello friends of YouTube. We're back to what I'm going to call the last episode of my Let's Play. It stopped being a Let's Play ages ago. You guys know what's going on with it. I'm just grinding for the final trophy at this point. Whilst we're just... it's still part of the first playthrough experience, to be fair. So, you know, it's still part, and that's the whole idea of it. That's why I'm doing this. But, yeah, overall, I get to, you know, experience some more of this stuff and, you know... yeah, make sure I'm on the right link. Right, there we go. So where were we? We were trying to farm End, weren't we? We've got to poach enemies, and there's one where you fight a bunch of white. It's so hard, such a hard map. So what am I doing?
Was there something?
It's a good question. Was there something? Right, they've all got poacher on, right? So maybe I don't bring Emily. Oh wait, she's my... No, not Emily. Sonota. She's my... Oh no, she's a bad mage. But she's also my... Wait, if I just increase her faith. Somebody has an ability to increase faith. But if I... Just checking some stuff. You know, if the world was slow, it'll actually help a lot. Because time magic counts towards... oh man, meteor would have been nice, I guess, as well. Walked into the mail room to find 3 people trying to get a print. And I bet it was as simple as press this 1 or 2 buttons, right? Just do beep, 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 done. All right, there you go, guys. They're like, oh, wait, how did you do that? I pressed the button that says print. Doesn't get much harder than that. That's why the iconic IT crowd line, have you tried turning on and off again? Is a real, like, thing, and people use it because it really does. It's a real thing that you can use to fix things, so it's just quite funny. It's relevant, but funny.
To arms, then. All right.
Oh.
We shall not lose. Understood.
I'm not sure about Emily having a ninja in it.
Hold your fruit.
Hold your fruit, indeed. Oh, it's all the piggies. Well, I still need to get the Nagarok, I suppose, from swines.
With purpose.
And, yeah, there's still 2 rare drops from these guys, so I guess we can just crack on. Is there any one song? Okay, bro, talk about like a million years later. There's only one that's gonna mess everything up, and that's this one. Alright, we'll kill the pink one first.
My turn.
I shall spare no effort.
Miss! Okay, see what we got here. Wow, that's kind of nuts. I can hit all of them. I'm doing it. At least we hit one of them, though. Oh yeah, I could cast shout on him. Does faith increase the chance for these things to actually hit, like status effects and stuff as well? Or is that irrelevant?
Now then.
Oh, it does? Okay. Yeah, well, just because she's a bad mage, I don't have any other mages, so there isn't much I can really do about it. Well, there's Ramza, but I'm just going to attack with him, mate. What? I still don't know if counter actually poaches the enemy. I don't think it does. It has to be off an attack, right? Yeah, this game likes to be ultra specific on things. I figured that was the case. I want to catch the guy in the back. That's what I'm interested in. Whatever. Really? Okay. How's it going, Growlmon? Good to see you. Whoa! How did you get a go before St? Oh, because you're slow as hell. How are they evading, bro?
For victory.
Oh, I was gonna say, how is that hitting Sonota? Then I realized it's a hard thing. Good lord, everyone gets hit here. Screw it. Kill them all. Oink. Leave her alone, bro! This archer is annoying the crap out of me, man. Orlando, if you miss one more time.
Farewell. Come on. Fall! It worked. Excellent.
Right, the scary one's done now. The one that casts confused and all that crap on me is now dead. So. Any chance of hitting him? I don't think there is a way of hitting him from here. No.
Good.
Yeah, man. What do you mean you got 2 goes? What just happened? Why is he allowed 2 goes? This game makes no sense. Well, Master Matt actually was correct here, you see. He got 2 goes and yeah, you see. No, shut up. Game just made up mechanics, right? Yeah, how's it going, Rod? Good to see you, man. Hope you had a good weekend. What bow does he have? He had set up aim. His bow shouldn't matter. The bow, it just says the armor system. I still don't know this one.
Down.
No, it doesn't say it attacks twice even after aim.
Forward.
Game just cheated. There's no 2 ways around it, alright? Game cheated, alright? That's all that happened. It's fine because, well, there you go. We win. That's fine. Bang. Yeah, that makes more sense. It's funny, it never works that way for me though. I have to wait 50 years before I have a go. Alright, whatever. We poached them all. Let's see what we get out of it. See if the pig map's worth it.
How does the duck? You can trust me.
Oh yeah, we didn't get any rare ones, so it won't matter.
Oh, very
I already
nice.
have
That took it. This is what Dolphin. Is that all? My door?
Very well.
regen and reroute. I might give it to Sonota actually. It says 10 different ones, I think. Have 10 different items produced at purchased, then they cannot be purchased from Alphatus. So Actually. You did? That's funny because I've turned that one in 2 or 3 times and it still says 4 out of 10. Actually. No, they can't! Rods, this here can't be bought! The chantage cannot be bought anywhere. And yet I have 4 of them. Well, that's funny because I have other things as well that I got from there. Lies and misinformation, exactly. One of the weapons I actually already had, but I hadn't got it as a poach. It was one of the weapons or something like that. I had a weapon that I turned into something that I actually already had, but you still can't buy it. Because I got it through playing the game, stealing it or something. Okay, remember, it's last week, Bray. I did it on Saturday. Anyway, it was 4 out of 10 at the start, and it's still 4 out of 10, which means that what you just said isn't true, mate. You're not listening to me. He's not listening to me, chat. He's not hearing what I'm saying. He's not hearing what I'm saying. He's not listening to me. It was 4 out of 10, right? On Saturday. That was my first fight today. It's still 4 out of 10. I just transferred it in. So yeah. Yeah, you with me? Are we there? Love arguing with Rod. So fun. No, I don't got a ribbon. I need to get like some super rare enemy for that, don't I? The ribbon. I need to create my own wild boar for that. Elixir, thank you. It was an elixir. Thank you so much for reminding me, Seraphic. That's it. Elixir. You can't buy them, and I made that into an item. It doesn't say you have to get rare items, to be fair. It just says you have to get 10 different items that you can't purchase from outfitters produced. So I don't have to go for the hardest thing in the game. It's just most of them are in this dungeon. It's easier to... The RNG of them showing up is going to be a lot better. I wonder at this point is Braids is even worth it, and I could just go full in on just putting that. I'm gonna give it to Sonota because good lord, it's crazy to not give her that re-raise ability right now. The chantage. It sounds like a flipping name for an emote. You know, it's a chantage. Unless it worked for Rod and then they updated the game or something like that, and I can't do that. I don't know. There's always a chance, right? Since Sid never dies, I'm not going to bother giving one of these, but it'll work for everybody. Right. Right, here we go again. Anyway, yeah, I'm saying that. This is 10 different. We need the rares. It doesn't have to be rare items. It just has to be items you can't buy.
Right.
Left. To arms then.
All right.
Onward. We shall not lose.
We shall not
At the
lose.
ready.
Here comes the wyverns everywhere map. There they are. Wait, these are hydras, right? They look like wyverns and trifairs. Oh my god. Should have brought Reese to me. She could have dragoned them. Okay, this is the rematch I wanted. All of the hydras and whatchamacallits. Yeah, this looks awful. I agree. Alright. I might kill them and then Phoenix down the enemy. Right. And then just attack them again so that I can be like, yeah. Just so we don't die trying to get to the plate. Get to the point. Could you just get one shot all the time? And we're dead. Black, 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 black. You. I immobilized him. Oh, Ramza, you had one job! Wait, we'll hide back down here. We can make this work.
Now then.
This ain't gonna kill it. These guys have the funniest charge time. No dragon. Oh. Stupid video game.
For victory.
Snow to get out of the way. Right. Okay. Now the big old question here is, can I slow down every enemy in the game? Or stop them? Can't stop me now. You could probably be more efficient with this by just simply enticing the enemy and then having them breed and then do it that way. Especially for like rare items. Well, I already had Ultima, so I was able to go ahead and do that. You know what I wish? I wish that Ultima was good in this game. It's crap. It's like, it doesn't even make sense that it's on his class. Like, it doesn't make sense that it's on his class of all classes. Like, if it makes him powerful and gives him a powerful attack, like, Ramza just gets nothing in this game. He's just, compared to the Lita, he's trash. Alright? And that is the truth. So most people probably like, and we have deleted DLC or War of the Lions, blah, 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 blah. Bruh. That hits everyone. But it's not good that it hits everyone. Oh. I'm trying to find something that will work on my allies. This won't heal the right people. I'm calculating math via the game, alright? Okay, well, you can heal you at the very least. Oh, actually, I should... Oh, he had a rise, didn't he? So why did I throw a Phoenix down?
Marsh, have you played the game before?
If only there was a way... Go! Do it. Stop them all. Okay, we got one down. At least one of them's down. He went... Come on!
There.
Oh, come on, man! Why can't my Reese would never do a breath that crazy? And yet... Oh my god, can you please hit them? Please? Right, hello bolt. I'm doing it. I don't care anymore. I'm hello bolting this. I killed one of them. Of course I did. Oh, I like that his ultimate can... I'm not going down this road. I'm not. Makes perfect sense. Makes sense. Here, Phoenix down this moron.
Now then.
Please tell me you reach. Right, just keep an eye on the enemy. I can actually bring them back to life to poach them again. Right, I can do this, to be fair. You've got to be very smart about it, you know? You just don't want to put yourself in a predicament situation. But to do that, we need to keep our own people alive. Let's go, lyrics. Oh man, I should have just gone for the kill. All right, arithmetics. Right.
Okay.
Am I though? Wait, everyone's alive still. I don't think someone's dead. She's alive, he's alive, he's alive. Okay, so everyone's alive. Maybe I can just thanks for the light rod. Say hi to Jim. Man, I want to do that, but I want the dragon. Oh! We can bring you back without actually it being a problem. You missed anyway. Of course it did.
This is the end.
I can still stand.
Get rid of some of these enemies. Stupid demons need to die. Damn demon!
Come on.
Note to self, buy some Phoenix Downs after this. I know this looks like a stupid idea. And trust me, it is, but...
Keep going.
There's one dead demon. Right. Okay. This has been... It's gone way better than I thought. Everyone's alive. I can't believe I'm saying this, but everyone's actually alive. I'm surprised Mana Shield works the way it does, that you don't even have to have full MP for Mana Shield to work. Pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy, that is. Alright, let's just see if we can get a group heal somewhere. Any primes? I don't want to heal that guy. And I also mean Twitch Prime. When do I forget to make that joke? Alright, let's try and bring this guy back to life again, I guess. Alright, I tried. Alright, I tried to do something cool. Game didn't like it. It healed him for one. Oh, that's played perfect. That's so perfect. Beowulf could die if I challenge this guy with Beowulf, but I mean, Beowulf's probably gonna die anyway. You know what? Just hold your horses, mate. Oh, wait. He has X potions. You can charge. What I wanted you to go first, to be fair. Alright. See? Worth it. Yes, I know! I get it! Sonota is a bad mage, but I don't have any other options, to be honest with you. I know. I know. Yep, counter.
I have you now! Yes!
We poached everything, baby! Easy poaching session. How do you pump it? Oh, we got a rare drop there. But I don't understand how you permanently raise a faith. I didn't open up to spoilers 2 weeks ago. What do you mean? I haven't been on this for that long. Also, that doesn't make sense because that's a temporary gain. For every 4 points of faith, they gain in battle. And so how do you gain faith in battle? Does mini boosts from like team also help them? Okay. We can do
Right.
languages here.
Yes? Right then.
What? Oh.
Feels good. Right then.
So. So you're saying if I use preach, four times on her in battle, she'll gain 1 faith permanent. Well, they weren't well explained to me. I didn't understand it. Not mentioning it's fake lurk from Rod. Fake lurk. That was before I understand what faith really was anyway. Each may do more than 1 point at a time. See, I'm scared of raising faith because they'll leave your team because they don't believe in it anymore. The whole thing seems stupid to me. You can cast it on yourself though, right? So, well, that's easy.
What do you need?
She doesn't need to be an orator. When she's not being used, we just... What's an orator? Speechcraft?
Yes?
Right.
Greetings. Want me to craft anything?
Blood sword, that's new. Sortilege, that's new. Scorpion, these are all new. All of these 4 are new things. The Hydra card. Okay, so that's a rare one. That's a normal one, right? Okay, that was the of the regular hydras, Lamau. Regular hydras, I don't need anymore, so they can just die from what I get. The red dragons, sortilege. Well, I can still get dragon whisper out of it. A perfume with a rich redolence that gives sensation of being enveloped. While equipped grants protection shell. Wait, that might be better than the one we already have on than re-raise and regen. Because then I'll just take less damage.
Oh, fair. Oh, yeah.
When attacking absorbs the target's HP. If only it wasn't 8. To be honest with you. 8 attack. Buddy.
Oh, very nice. Also, that took it. Oh, you.
It's an early game weapon. Where do you get it from early game? Metal balls covered with large. The damage dealt varies greatly. So it's just a big.
Oh, that took every.
Well, you can. Oh, you can see it from Gafgarian. Okay. Magic and attack power and grants haste. Also grants him invisibility. It's kind of cracked this, isn't it?
Oh, you. Is there all else? My door.
Looking for aught catch your eye.
Or catch your eye.
Are you happy? Thank you. Are you happy? Thank you. May I help with aught else? Don't be a stranger now.
This could be over sooner. 8 out of 10. Let's go! I've got one with silk, I think. I might have to move to a different map. Because rather than me trying to farm rare stuff, I'd rather just go and farm stuff where they're guaranteed to show up. Well, actually, I didn't do the Great Marlborough yet. Wait, the Great Marlborough is... Oh, that's a shame. A chance for an elixir. I could reload! Would reloading not, like... have it... Reloading is lame. A behemoth thing, huh? Lake Posis. How rare are these enemies then? Have a look. Okay, so maybe I could do that then. There's 2 types of behemoth as well, so Lake Posis. Your behemoth shows up a lot there is to what I said, yeah. I still think the worst trophy in the game is
Very well.
learn every job with one character, especially that some are missable, like that summon and stuff like that. I think that stuff's just bad. I think it's just bad design. I think it's just a bad trophy. Unnecessary. I think had the trophy been
Right.
unlock every job with one character, like this, like you fill out this page here. Well, it's not bad game design because there's no need to actually learn every ability of one character. But the trophy, I'm talking about the trophy decision was a bad idea. If you it was just unlock every class of a character, that's fine because that, like, you know, forces you to go around the board and be like, okay, I want to learn, I'm gonna mess around with all this stuff. Oh, you mean the skill? Yeah, okay. So is what? Yeah, I agree, in the sense that it's like enemy skill. I don't think enemy skills and learning things from enemies hitting you is bad game design. I think in this game it doesn't work very well because Zodiac shows up once in that one fight that's not repeatable. Seems a bit stupid to me, and you won't know that going into it. So if you kill it, then save the game thinking that you just beat a boss, like an end game boss. You're like, oh, okay, cool, and then suddenly, oh, you miss out on that. Yeah. You know, but it's not. Hiding that summon behind that enemy is annoying. I agree. Hang on, give me one moment. I need to put the bathroom for some reason. Still here. Back a minute.
For you, the day bison graced your village was the most important day of your life.
What about you, Bison?
But for me, it was Tuesday.
Nice. Let's enter from the north. I don't think that makes any sense. Tuesday, mate. Right, Behemoth. I don't think I've even fought Behemoth, honestly. Let's see, how do I know if there's a Behemoth on the screen? It's going to show me it. There's no Behemoth on the screen. Excellent. You know what annoys me is you can't get out of the game here.
Wherever I'm needed.
It's just...
To battle.
Oh, this map. Why is everyone else getting a damn go first? Just want to exit to world map and respawn the map.
Come on. I will go.
You know, let's just use you, because you'll probably go first, because you got auto haste on.
To battle.
I don't know that block, by the way. It looks like it should be a button, but it's not. Are you saying it might be hidden around the back? Well, there's a dark behemoth and a greater behemoth here that's apparently supposed to spawn. Oh, him. There he is. Behemoth King. Okay, well, there's one of them.
Understood. Ready and willing.
Maybe it should entice it.
Understood. We shall not lose.
To battle.
Who knows? We might get this done earlier than expected. But we'll check the encyclopedia and all that stuff in this game first as well. Those are things I can do. We'd have to like end right there. Get the behemoth. Screw everything else. Who cares? How did you kill him? I'm actually gonna look. Okay. Is anyone convinced? Any reallys? Just say Rod 3 times. Guys, Rod's gonna lurk. All right, guys, he's off to lurk. Oh wait, it should cost the paper. Don't know who you're trying to convince, mate. How is this guy alive? So you run away. What is this, 100% counter rate? And now we kill it. I should just use my party to take out target and then just use him to kill everyone else in the game. It'd be so much easier. Okay.
Less than favorable.
Her faith went up by 4. So she should now be at 59 by the end of this battle. He survived! Just for him to blow up. Yep, there it is. How's it going, Sephry? Tactics is going great. We're just getting the last trophy. And then this paper is pretty much done. Oh, who's got a poacher? Any poachers? Poachers down here.
How does the... Want me to craft anything?
Envoûtement.
This is what I'll need. This.
Grants float and reflect. Okay, these are interesting. Envouement.
Oh, I have. Need some... Any carcass.
One more to go! Pick a common, easy go-to. Just pick a common, easy go-to. Maybe I should have stole a ball or cake and then let a wild ball form. You know, not one time did I get a non-green dragon. It's so stupid, bro. Why? Isn't a Hydroscale one? Is a Hydroscale a viable item? I don't think it is. Got Construct 8, nice. That was a fun mission, that one. Bro, they're all baby Marlboros. I'll try and get the rare behemoths, I guess. Well, I should have done that in the last one, actually. Could have double poached. There's a red dragon here, I suppose. There's only 2 enemies here.
Wherever I'm needed.
Ready and willing.
Into the fray then.
The Marlboros do anything? They really don't. They really don't. I don't care about having these in my team anymore. They're just getting them away. A lot of damage.
This Bodil. This Bodil.
I think he counted his own team.
I'm concentrate.
My poor ball, bro! Woo! I think I did it. It's over, chat. I got the trophy. I got the trophy by taking out my own dude. Yeah, because the common is an elixir, and the non-common is not. It's over. It's over. It's a platinum trophy time. Pause champ time. Get the pause champs at the ready. Now you guys can tell me everything.
Greetings. What do you need?
There it is. The Omnilex. Omnilex. Ugh. Yo, I got the Dragon Whisker as well. I would have got it, I guaranteed. Yo, I got it off the Red Dragon anyway. I didn't have to kill my own dude. I got it off the Dragon Whisker.
Oh, that took...
There it is. Rare weapon, rare wares, and the brave, the forgotten complete. Boom. 1 platinum trophy, baby. Look at that. Rams are like staring from the background. Oh, I get it. The brave, the forgotten, because he did all that, and then no one credited him for saving the world. Another Final Fantasy with the platinum trophy. Did I play the OG version? But what would be the point?
Oh, I have... This is what I'll need. This is what... This... Is there any car...
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. Where are these internal achievements popping up, though? I see them pop up in-game, but where are they? Now let's just do it all over again for the PC version of the game, yeah? Get the Steam achievements.
What will the light of the stones? By all means. What would you wish to know?
Deleter! I know that Ivalice comes up as your third character on here. I feel like they could have expanded on Ivalice and Elmore a lot more. Because they're important to the plot, but they're not in it much. I'd say the same for Deleted, to be fair. I guess in a normal Final Fantasy game, this would be the party, in a way, almost. But like... Or he'd join your party at the end, kind of thing. I feel like Mustadio fell off as well. I wonder if you don't recruit him, you miss out on all the side quests. Genuine question, if you don't recruit him, do you miss out on all the side quests? Because the side quests start with him and his father, right? So that means you just wouldn't get him. So what you do miss out on those side quests. That's interesting. I knew you were a fake blood kid anyway. It's weird they locked the side quest behind the Stadio. Or rather, I don't understand why you'd reject your team anyway, but I guess in a world where you're not using them, it wouldn't make a difference. Depends on the run. Oh yeah, he's a machinist, so I guess he deals with the technology. I didn't get this guy. The Scorpio Stone awoke in her possession. Was in her possession awoke and answered a feverish miracle restoring. How comes he got out of not dying? I don't understand. I don't understand how he was able to not die. I just thought, oh, there'll be a major plot point like that. There's if your heart is in the right place, that you can use the stones for good and it will like do something light magic orientated. But if you have selfish intentions, then maybe it's not so much, and that's why you turn into Lakavi. But they didn't ever expand on that. I feel that's one of the plot points that were missed in the game. I was like, they're like, he just gets brought back to life after all that, and you're just like, I think it would have been sadder if he stayed dead. I know that sounds harsh, but I think it would have been sadder to the story if he just stayed dead. Also, yeah, Iran should have been playable. I guess in the story he does his own. He's like, he could have his own adventure. The game, he could have a separate side story to do with him. But it makes more sense to me that you would have Iran join your party, not Orlando. Like, I think Orlando not joining your team. Oh, let me rephrase this. I think Iran joining your team makes more sense than Sid Orlando. I know Orlando fans are going to be like, shut up, Marsh, we like Orlando, he's Giga Chad. Yeah, but he's still, like, in my opinion, it makes more sense that Iran is the go-to. I can't believe it only took me an hour to do it, by the way. But, like, it makes more sense for Iran to be the one that joins you, not Sid, you know? No, I'm talking about story. I'm talking about, like, in the terms of the story, John. I'm talking about, like, Iran could have been game breaking, to be fair. Like, he could, you know, in his father's footstep kind of thing. But, like, also he has an ability that stops the entire game or something like that. Like, you know, because there's that one fight where you save him, right? Oh, because he's the narrator. But then he tells the true story and then gets burned at the stake for telling the true story anyway, for being called for blasphemy. Like, in the end, he just gets screwed over anyway. He's like, oh, I'm going to tell everybody the truth. They just burn the witch. Like, what? That's crazy. So basically, mankind never learned their lesson. So it's not a Final Fantasy because they never learn their lesson, just like in real life, they never learn their lesson. Melidou kind of just fell off. She appeared. I didn't care about her when she did appear, and then there weren't enough story around her. I think maybe I should have used her in her fights against her father when you fight Falmarv, and I did, but there was no interaction because I might have finished that fight too quickly. Maybe bringing her into the final fight might help. Dice Star, Giga Chad. Zalbag, even more of a Giga Chad. Log, meh. Goltana, meh. Gafgarian, Giga Chad. Weegraph, more interesting at the start of the game, less interesting as it goes on. Meluda, Giga Chad. I liked her. She's a good character. Gustav, I don't really remember him, to be honest with you. Funny, she's got such an NPC model. Dragoff Levain, I guess they're all part of the same thing. Delacroix, he was good. He was an interesting character. I liked it. I thought he was a good villain. Bayra, good. By the way, all these are good voice actors. By the way, no disrespect to the voice actors for every single character. Even this guy was in the game for 2 screens, had an insane voice actor. Like, it's in like really good voice acting. Like, that's what I like. Grand Duke Gareth Barrington. Falmarv. I think he's underwhelming as a villain, by the way. Oh, Barrington, the yeet death. He's the guy who gets yeeted. That's who he is, yes. Okay, has the best death in the game, 100%. Falmarv, I think, is quite underwhelming as a villain, mainly because even though he's there from near enough like Act 2, I'd have to play the game again to see if he actually shows up in Act 1, but like, he's there in Act 2, and whilst I feel like Elmdor was more of an interesting villain, and felt like it should have been the endgame villain than Falmarv, in my opinion. Well, Falmarv is the main villain. He's the one who's goading in charge of all the thing, but you know what I mean by villainy. But those are thanks for hanging out, dude. Thanks for the GGs in the pack. Idisude, I liked him, by the way, in the end. Like, he just doing what he thought was right. These are interesting. Stupid, but interesting. These two. Because they just bleed Falmarv all the way down into, like, into hell. He was a fun character. I liked him. He was definitely a fun character. Marquis from Sam Elmdor. So I liked Elmdor a lot. I think he was a cool character. He's one with all the Genji gear as well. Split from Duke Cortana's faction to assume a neutral stance. Celia. Yeah, I feel like what they should have done, right, is have you fight him. But the fight where you got him and the two dancers, you know, Letty and Celia, you have to kill them or they show up in the next fight as well or something like that. Because, like, they just disappear. Like, if you don't, you can... The fights where you can't actually, where you can just win by spamming the boss or knocking one of them down to low health, feels a bit strange. I feel like you should be able to take them all, you have to take them all out. Oh, Argath. We hate him, but you're supposed to hate him. You're supposed to hate Argath. I'm sure there's some Argath fans out there, but he is, you know, you're supposed to hate him. It's like, what's that character in Game of Thrones that's so villainous, but you know, you don't like him? Not Joffrey, the other one, the Bolton or whatever his name is. He's like him. You're meant to hate him in the show, you know, like you're meant to hate that guy, but like, you know, it's like one of those, that's Argath's job in this. Confessor, so High Confessor was set up throughout the entire game. Oh, we keep mentioning the High Confessor. He shows up for one screen and he's basically dead. Ramsey, yeah, Ramsey Bolton. Oh, he's the guy with the book, right? Zalamor. I like Zalamor. Zalamor, great character. Honestly, great character. Really funny. The voice acting made him even way more interesting, by the way. The voice actor nailed him. Really made him so funny as well. But like, Zalamor, like, he was over the top, but in a good way. I like Zalamor. Big fan of it. I think this port makes him really good, but with the voice acting. Saint Azura Glabados. Why don't you have a portrait? Did they not show up in the game? Oh, Saint Azura is the one they... Okay, so Saint Azura is the setup and then at the end... Yes, I know. I get it now. I realize what Saint Azura is. Yeah, they're basically the holy person that they all use to pray to. But then, like, turns out to be that it's just basically villain anyway. Barnabas. Beowulf. He's the father, right? You could do a prequel in him alone. Petra. Basana. Oran. See, I feel like these two characters didn't get enough development. They weren't on the same team, then they were on the same team. Deleted like he's gonna kill her, but didn't change their mind. But then did it off screen, which was like, what? So that part of the game annoyed me. I don't know if you felt like they just rushed it at the end. You know, got the old FF8 treatment where there was like, okay, we can make these scenes play out more and more and more, but we've got to kind of do it off screen. Like, stuff like that bothers me. Who? She dies early, but you don't actually see her talk, I don't think. Same for these guys. And then you got Beowulf, the Giga Chad. Reese, Giga Chad. Love both these characters, by the way. Cloud. Trash. Okay, gameplay wise, he's trash. It's interesting that so while we're talking about Cloud, there's some scenes that people were sharing around FF7. I don't know how much of it's in the original game, and how it's so in the final fight, every character speaks to Falmarv's demon version, right? If you run them all. I'm not going to go through it for every single character, just to like go through all those fights again just to get there. But Cloud has dialogue with him, and on both fights actually, one against Falmarv and then one against the demon version of him. And This cloud is not the cloud from the FF7 world. It's a copy almost. So it's kind of like a clone, which kind of sets up the whole Sephiroth clone thing in a way. But it's kind of like he's like it's a different version of Cloud that's been brought into this world or something like that. The archaeology, not archaeology, whatever they're called. There's a FF7. I can't remember what they're called off the top of my head. Shinra, whatever there is. You know, on like online group, like media group, Twitter, or whatever. They share the clips of it. It's quite interesting. Oedipus. Oh, he's the gifted mage who fought against the Ramadian army when invaded against the middle of the 50th War. Found to reside in the bowels of Middle D. Midlight's D. Oedipus is known to have uncovered a myriad of black magics and summoning spells. I feel like there should have been more story to him, honestly. It just kind of just fell off again. Wow, my bro. Why did you just make that move? Yeah, no, not Archaeology Cut. That's the name of the mod that FF7 made. I can't think what they're called right now, otherwise I'd say their name. But they shared. If I got the clips from somewhere, did I share the clip? I was supposed to share it in Discord to put it up. Me when I didn't do it. Me when I didn't do it. Shinra Archaeology Department. That's who it is. They shared it. But it was so long ago because they keep talking about FF7 every single day. It's becoming impossible because they're just a news channel, really. Aslam. Okay. I think this stuff's really cool for understanding the world.
You are always welcome.
Yo, pet friend, how's it going? We're kind of done, actually. We did it all now. Thanks for the good luck, though. I really like this.
The records here paint a vivid picture of this.
The explanation of the world. You see who's alive. You see where the wars are all taking place. Bro, FF Tactics would be a sick RTS game. Where Ramza and Journey's happening, but at the same time, you just do battles with you do all the wars and stuff like that. The deleter story, but it's all like the battles. RTS game. Square? Make it happen. RTS Final Fantasy. Oh, bro. Just, I'm telling you, man. Opportunity. Opportunity right there.
What did these people think? What compelled them?
Yeah, the Unseen Portrait game would be a great game. I agree. There was no extra cutscenes. We watched all of those already.
Let us speak on this again.
Reading
New
materials.
discovery is awaiting.
Oh god, what is this? Your prognosis, Hyman? Can we shake them? Can't make any promises, Bob. Do my damnedest, sir. Listen, understood. Oh, it's just going. Understood. We've come all this way. It cannot end here. Is that a helicopter? Or was that meant to be an airship? The Hero King. Maybe I'll try and do Final Fantasy 12 next year. So that maybe it can start connecting things. The Gloria. This beauty was passed down to me by my late father. She was built utilizing the most advanced technology of the time and has seen us through my most ambitious adventures, some of which likely qualified as too ambitious. The years of wear and tear eventually resulted in us turning her in for repairs. We had her fitted with enhancements. While on the outside, she remains the same. She's now the beast of a different nature. It's an airship, chat, alright? All great games have airships, alright? The latest surge, Final Fantasy got to have an airship. There it is. The latest surge of innovations have allowed us to not only increase our output by 30 times, but do so on 1/10 of the fuel. Oh yes, an airship. The Gloria is the most trusted friend or ally. It's an airship, the Gloria. As our crew members who have grown tenfold over the years have come to say. She is the ship that will carry us to the skies of freedom. See, airship written at sea. See, all Final Fantasy games come with airships. 1.5 decades have passed since I left my homeland of Valheim behind. Despite my very best efforts, I explored but a fraction of the vast world has to offer. The love of adventure is something that I inherited from my father. It has taken me many places and lined my pockets with gold and other treasures beyond compare. It was never the material gain, however, I traveled. My journey continues simply because I cannot rest until I find Calixthuium. No, Okay, don't laugh at me, alright? It's a hard word. Calixthuahan. City of Gold. I accomplished what my father could not. A woman's distressed voice traveled through the voice pipe. Captain! Captain Rickson! Please shut up! Shut up! You say it. Please report to the bridge, post haste. Post haste is such a fun word. What happened, I asked. We must do this, post haste. We will soon be arriving at the Lankpam Island, sir. We will soon be oh, excellent, I'll be right there. Sorry, I'm reading chat at the same time. Quickly throwing on garments, I dashed down to the lower levels where the bridge was located. Thank you for coming on such short notice, Captain. Litzer's voice reverberated through the bridge's voice pipes. Litzer on our head of this feels like an airship theme. Like the internal when you first discover it. Our head of surveillance operates our Magic Tech raiders. Magic Tech. The main task is to keep watch of the surrounding skies and the grounds below for anything unusual. Ah! Is that what you wish to show me? On the expensive sea that unfolded before us, I spotted islands the size of grains of rice upon the horizon. Yes, we finally made it! 3 years and 5 months have passed since we began this journey. I'm surprised I managed to get us this far. You got us this far? Ha! I'm the reason this ship stayed aloft for as long as it did. This is Highman, our pilot. This is Abdul, our engineer. Without their support, it would have been impossible to have come this far. Congratulations, Chief. Cannon, our weapons specialist. His name's Cannon. Okay. Cannon, our weapons specialist. Alright. Entered the command room with a clamor. He was born to be a weapons specialist, isn't he? We're gonna call you Cannon. You're gonna be stuck in weapons specialization forever. I first came across Cannon in Valtech, where we had stopped to refuel. He was being assailed by a group of men who had downed 1 pint too many. I stepped in to defend him. He has called me Chief ever since. Shortly after that incident, I brought him aboard the Gloria to replace one of our artillerymen. As for his skill, let's just say he is improving daily. Just a tad early for congratulations, Cannon. After all, this is just the beginning. What's just the beginning? Oh, that's right. There's something I forgot to tell you. According to the names my father left behind, the Calixthuium, the city of gold, resides nestled amongst these islands, the Lankan Islands. In the ancient tongue, that word means man of gold. According to legend, the name of a king once presided over the Lankam Islands. Calixthuium. It's a mouthful, right? Calixthuium. It is said the island was blessed by the gods themselves, for their mountains abundant in gold. Calixthuium was the one beginning excavating these rich was the one to begin excavating these riches. Good lord. Through large-scale mining operations, he gained abundance enough to build an empire. The nation was awash with wealth. Everything from tiny, everyday goods to luxury items was made of gold. His abundance, however, soon drew the attention of the Ronkons. The city that once flourished during the Middle Ages soon fell under their imperial rule. Or so it goes in the child tale or Tales of the Damoon. And this is where the narrative ends, my father begins. In his notes, he describes what he learned about the City of Gold through his travels. At the end of the journey, we landed in a small fishing village to replenish our supplies. Then I met a man at a local tavern who claimed Kalithluhahan's last descent. Kalituahan, perhaps, yeah. How's it going, Napaz? Hope you're doing well. We had a good weekend. I was listening to him only with half-hearted enthusiasm. He was known for something of a fabulist in town. After a while, however, the discussion took a rather interesting turn. He told me that shortly before the Kalithluhahan, I'm going to keep going with that now, was overtaken by a Ronka, they sealed the entirety of their wealth within a pair of stone gates. One, because I think it's funny if I say it that way, like you guys can have a laugh. 4 royal retainers known as the Black Guard saw the deed done. Each had something called a keystone. They are the only thing that can now break the seal upon the gates. All 4 keystones must be placed into the lock, or as he referred to it, as the passive. Doing so will cause the stone gates located somewhere in the Lankham Islands to open. Acting on a hunch, I mentioned to the elderly man that I had obtained something resembling this key from the Tower of the Dead. Upon revealing to him, tears began to well in his eyes. "Lala baby," he whispered. No, sorry.
Said Lala baby.
He whispered. It was as though the word of the people, the Kalituahan, that sounds so much easier to say, used to praise their god, slipped unconsciously from his mouth. Actually, Caddy makes sense. Hearing that makes my blood sing. This man, who was no fabulist, he spoke the truth. How's it going, Super Cool? It was as though he wanted a labubu. Some of the Lankham Islands behind closed gates, the riches of Kalituahan's slumber, is no doubt a treasure beyond reckoning. This is very Final Fantasy music right here. Yet, well, you know what I mean, that style, I feel like you could put this in any Final Fantasy that would just fit at a certain point. Yet, it is not the love of gold that drew me into a pursuit. Generation after generation, the seasoned treasure hunters have tried and failed to learn the whereabouts of this place. I simply hope to be the one to finally unravel the mystery. The road there is long and winding. Mayhap, if I am unsuccessful, I will have to leave my dreams and progeny who have access to faster and more streamlined airships. Thus, finding the City of Gold fell to me, his son. With rapid advances in technology, his recent years have power to achieve this dream in my grasp. I see, Canon. Okay, that was just the whole story from Canon. Okay, we're in for a long book here, chat. Canon, who was hearing the story for the first time, stared at me with a bewildered look in his eye. It was abundantly clear that he had been unaware of our true objective from travelling on the Lankham Islands. While I am partially to blame for the confusion, I would be willing to bet good gill that Abdul, who also provided artillerymen with some rather interesting, with rather misleading facts. Yes, it is the dream that we have all come to share, right, Abdul? Litza? Indeed, absolutely. Me too, Chief. Please let me share in that moment. Glory. Dun, 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 dun. Da, 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 da. I just got Final Fantasy 9 going away. In the moment, Gloria trembled and the alarms began blaring. Was that an explosion? Everyone to your stations! Let's learn where that came from! Yes, sir! I pray to the gods it's not them. Bro, the music is so good here. It's not even used once in the game until now. Another explosion resounded, rocking the ship. Incoming at 12 o'clock, Captain. Size and speed indicate a fleet 4, nay, 5, nay, 6 battleships. They are of Palamecian. Palamecian? Where do I know that from? Palamecian origin, sir. Your orders? The game uses Palamecian. The Palamecian Empire is a military superpower that has gained control over more land than any other nation. They have been pursuing me ever since they made a wager with me. We will not be taken down, not today. No, it's not 9. 2? Yeah, I was gonna say it's older, isn't it? I thought it was 1 or 2. Hi man, move us into the clouds ahead. They should obscure us for long enough. Slip into the northern Neshaman mountains. Affirmative. Shortly thereafter, we ascended into the rain clouds above. With the arrival of the airships, people began developing aerial combat strategies. Of these clouds, stealthing is one of the more difficult to master. Despite all of these advances in technology, Magitech radars remain unable to track airships in clouds. It removes all visibility and is akin to disappearing into the smoke. The main disadvantage is that the maneuver only works when the sky is dense with clouds. Captain, we will soon be entering the Isle of Neshlam's territory. Excellent, please begin our descent. Let's find a place to hide away from the western ridge. So did we get away? The Eye of Neshlam. Chapter 2. Also reuse sound effect in Final Fantasy games. Anyway, the Lancam Islands are located off the continent's far eastern coast. The Isle of Neshlam is the latest among them. Here there are 2 primary settlements. In and out to the west there are spawning farmlands where people live in prosperity off the land. To the east they are hugged by twin peaks lies a bustling fishing village. We managed to avoid Palamecian warships and land amongst the islands on the western summits. After remaining aboard the stretch of time to ensure it was safe to proceed, we made our way to Kowloon. Kowloon is the largest city in the west of Neshlam. There we replenished our supplies and attempted to gather the information we could regard in the City of Gold. Is it true, Hyman? Unfortunately, it seems the road ahead is fraught with danger. As for the perilous event to which Hyman refers, everyone is back on board. Good. Good, Hyman. Mind explaining to these lads what you're talking about? Certainly, if you could gather around, we'll take a look. This is our current position, the western mountains of Neshlam. This is where we want to be. The cluster of islands where the City of Gold is supposedly located. Not being funny, mate, but wouldn't people have already found it if they lived nearby? According to the results of our investigation, there are a total of 8 islands, none of which are large enough for us to land an airship on. Which means that the Gloria will need to remain... Bro, the music. The Gloria will need to remain airborne while we explore each island. I am unsure our fuel can last that long. Abdul interjected, brow furrowed. Our target is about 280,000 sectors away from where we are now. We cannot afford to take multiple trips there and back. So we will be unable to refuel while we are over there. Precisely. To quickly review our situation. The nearby islands are too small for us to make a landing, so we will have to remain suspended in the air during the duration of each visit. Considering the ship's weight, that would consume a lot of fuel than any forward movement would. We suspect that Kalithuhan is located 280,000 sectors away from where we are now. It is not a distance easily traveled. Filling our fuel tank to the brim, we set off on an adventure. No, we didn't set off an adventure. That's not me. That's just me adding in words that wasn't even there. Filling our fuel to the tank to the brim, we set off on what we suspect to be the shortest route to our destination. Whatever it takes, we'll find our way back here to the island Nestlam. The maximum amount of fuel we can carry. Oh, we got HP bar. We can carry at any given time is 1,600. 16,000. Good lord. 16,000 HP. How they even called it HP? A trip from one island to another will consume 500. We should be able to tour all the islands and return to Nestlam on 15,000 HP if we are frugal with our consumption. The following activity will deplete fuel: moving, hovering, damage to the ship, repairs to the ship. Keep in mind there is no place for refuel. When we reach zero, then our journey comes to a permanent end. The return of 8 islands. 4 of them are regions where were once overseen by the Black Guard. The rest are where the treasure potentially lies stashed away. Our first order of business, however, would be to find 4 keystones. Without them, we have no hope. No hope of unlocking. I was rereading and making sure. Stone. The colour of France West. Listen, everyone, the trip is dangerous. We'll be exploring a multitude of uninhabited islands brought on by time and limited fuel. Added that to the palameets on our trail. There's also a great many other unknown factors that face us. If you want to back out now, now's your chance. Do you intend to join me? Captain, do you even need to ask? Of course we're going with you. Aye, my heart flutters with excitement at the thought. Captain, I've invested 3 years and 5 months in the journey. I'd be a fool to quit at such a critical juncture. Let's move on, Chief. We've got treasure to find. I don't know what to say. Thank you, everyone. Now let's continue. Full steam ahead. Sir! Sad ending coming. Oh. Within the next few days, we made it to the island where we suspected the city of gold, Kaluthuhan's once flourished. Upon our arrival, we gathered to discuss how good we should proceed. And that is where we are. We have confirmed that there are 8 islands in the area. We just done this, didn't we? This is where Gloria is in the exact center of the circlet of islands. Let us refer to this as the central point. It will cost 100 HP to move from this central... I'm going alone, of course you are. I'm coming with you. We can proceed to one of the following. Northwest, northeast... Yeah, okay. Each area has 2 islands. Moving from one island to another costs an additional 100 HP. Future storm clouds that populate the sky are flying from the northwest to the northeast or from the... or southwest to southeast consume significantly more fuel. Each trip will cost 300. To avoid this, best solution will best return to the central point before moving to the next island. While you propose what is efficient for us not being able to land, these islands are not too vast. So basically just go down in a square, right? Don't go this way. Go this way. Right, that's what they're saying. Yeah? These islands are not too vast. We should be able to cover each of them in a day. It will take 500 HP for us to keep us swift aloft from the ground. Roger, let us depart. Let us ready for departure. Everyone in position. Yes, sir. Captain, we have made it to the central point. What would you like to do next? Oh, what do you mean I got to make the decision? What do you see this whole time and now I have to make the decisions? We can travel to any island from this point. They are all Where would you like to go? To the north! What do you mean, where in the... Oh. Well, I'm already cooked because I just spent 600 HP. Marazin Islet. We descended on the Marazin Islet, hoping to uncover the city of gold, and according to our books, this was the home to one of the Lilliputians, a race of small folk. The Jason file. Then they were a happy and peaceful people, that is, until the Lilliputians arrived. We're making bare out the glorious one was all sanctuary surrounded by two. We were while decrepit on the outside, there was a plethora of exquisite treasures. We discovered a pair of enormous scarlet stained doors. We had no way of opening them, so we simply left them be. So it was a waste of time! Can we just speed this part? Why couldn't I explore the other area while I was there? The Isle of Delights. We descended upon the Island Delights, hoping to uncover the city of gold. The Island Delights, ruled by the goddesses Valeria on Zootopia. Once the Califidians arrived at this place fell to ruin, it's been as wild ever since. We were making our way back to the glorious spot, a small temple hidden away in a cave. So with the plethora of good treasures, there was discovered a pair of enormous ivory coloured doors. There was no way to open them. What's the point, bro, if I can't even open these damn doors? The Kikho Island. It's all the same, bro. Open and uncovered the city of gold. This remained completely unaffected by the massive explosion that occurred in the Palamesian capital. So we were making our way back to the glorious spot, a small temple hidden away in a cave. There was a plethora of exquisite treasures. They were discovered enormous doors. Reacting to Cassiv's presence, they opened. Made our way through a narrow tunnel, opened up the altar over a lake bed. Upon it, Goldie rested a growing orb. Discovered the Black God's red orb. 3, gotta find 3 more orbs. It's probably one of the places I couldn't do anything with. You gotta go back once you get the 4 orbs. This is the place where the old world gathered to await the completion. People of the old world doesn't mean... Again, no way to open the doors. I'm gonna fail this probably, guys, and it's gonna be totally not worth it. Hey, birds. Sound like an alarm. Open to uncover the sea. God, the official name is Valnevia. Valenvia. Vindictus Island. Caught across the cave of woods. Man does not live by bread alone. A quote inscribed by a warlord chief who devastated the land and his island's people. We will be making our way back to Gloria to spot a small temple on the way. Yeah, there's treasures, of course. We discovered a pair of enormous stained doors. We had no way of opening them. So what is the damn point? It's nothing opens. I'm just going around and saying, how would I know? I don't like it. Things are just a bit counterintuitive. Go around in circles, not finding anything, but you got like a time limit on it. It said the name's after the god of seas, Poseidon. However, it is the other way around. The god himself was named after the ancient magical kingdom Poseidon, which was once presided it. To make him about to glorious by a small temple hidden away in a cave. We had no way of opening them once again. Crazy. I think I've gone to everywhere apart from the place with the orbs. Unironically. Assuming there's 8 for each thing. This is where the first woman came into existence. There's a myth of your origin from the time when men still believed in the overgods. In this techomancy, such stories carried from over the world. From the old world seem to look more like fairy tales. Island of Lost Vows. Making Basic was a small sanctuary. It was before of exterior chest. It was like normal going to door, but no way of opening them, of course. Of course, there's no way to open these doors. Imagine! I don't know anymore. That one game wants me to do. I've gone to them all now and nothing's changed. I literally just did this one, I just wasted time. This is another stupid mini. I don't think this minigame is very good. I just don't understand it. It's just making no sense to me. What was that noise? I've been to all them all though. I've literally been to them all. Marazin and the island of Island Delights, where would you like to go? I've been to them all. What is it? What are you supposed to do? I've literally been to them all. And then she got to grab an orb, and then he goes to like. Reacting to. Oh, okay. One finally, we did it. We've got another one. This didn't give me anything the first time. Maybe now it does. I doubt it though. Maybe the blue orb is what I used the Poseidon one. Oh, here we go. It opened up this time. Made our way through a long narrow tunnel in a space that contained old-time worn airship. The beauty of the air we set about investigation of the ship. We had a kind of However, not in vain, we were able to procure some exactiums. Slight restore HP. Yo, all that for 400 back? So it cost me 600 to get 400 back. Yeah, that's all the time, man. Excellent. I'm just gonna go around them all over again, I guess. We detected a Palamisium airship lurking on the far end of the island. They've been pursuing us. Do you think they intend to explore these islands? There's alarm, and let's quit this place and return to the central point. Yes, sir. I wish we would just get on with it. Well, I guess we explore. What's the point of trying to do anything else? There's a puzzle here, but there's no way to work out the puzzle without just failing it a good gajillion times. Can we open the cave here? Oh, it opens up now. We got the white orb. Let's go. Right, one more orb. We might actually do this. I'm beginning to not know what I have and haven't done though, by the way. So, I'm winging it. Third time I've been here, but I got a blue orb now. Nope. Never mind. Waste of time. And then every time I go somewhere, oh, the Palamisiums have found us. Like, go away. Let me play this stupid, stinky little minigame that it already is. Again? For goodness sake, man! Where do you go? I keep getting like a... Oh, suddenly the Palamecian fleet are there. Getting stupid, bro. It doesn't seem to matter. I don't think they even matter. Yay, it opened. Oh, it's just another bunch of HP. It cost me nearly 1,000 HP just to be able to land somewhere, so I'm so glad that you gave me 600 back. I don't know where to go. I've lost track now because it's just spin you around in circles in this entire mini game. No, I didn't mean to go. There's one I got something here already. We have arrived above the area. Maybe a little on-screen map to show where things are would be cool here. So I can be like, oh, I've done this, I've done that, I've been here, got that, done this. Okay, let's go check this place again, kind of thing. Small. I've been to Poseidon's Reef like 4 times now. Oh, I'm getting tired of this. These games are just these are all little puzzles. Are just they're not puzzles at the end of the day. They just get lucky and press it as many click around. Another door and no way to open it. Oh, where am I going? He's getting old real fast. I don't know what orbs I have. I think Poseidon's the end game anyway. I figured that one out. It opened. So there's an order that you have to do it. There's just no way of knowing, really. Which I think is a bit... Now we have full 4 keystones. Now we have to uncover locations, stone gates. Almost taste it. There's one letter, find the gates. Many treasures include my father. I've never gazed upon the riches that lie within them. How we, however, will soon be given the opportunity of which we could not. Another blast shook the Gloria. The ship's alarms blaring. Another explosion. Everyone to your station. Let's identify the enemy. Understood. The rumble of an explosion followed short by tremors. A voice reverberated through the Gloria dispersed Magitech waves. Attention. This is Captain Kimbress of Squadron 3, the Palametian Empire speaking. Captain Mesa Rickson of the Squadron 8. You are hereby accused of treason. What? Why? Taken into custody, surrender yourself immediately or open fire. This is not a request, this is an order. The most ruthless of the 12 squadron captains. 12, huh? We should do... What should we do, Captain? They have a fleet of 15 large ships, all galleon class. We cannot win this. Escape! There are thunderclouds to the left of us, right? Hyman, move us into them at full speed. Yes, they are storm clouds. One mistake and we'll be struck in the sky. And we best not make any mistakes. Surely you jest. It sadly seems that way, however, I am very serious. Captain? So they're about to enter the storm cloud. Ah, desperate ploy. Is that a picture of it going up? Shall we pursue them? The cavern, the craven have no place in the new world. See every last one of them annihilated. None shall interfere the Imperial's designs. Cannons fire! Engage all sources of power. Press forward at full speed. There's no way to evade them. Everyone prepare for impact. Has any damage been done to the Gloria? Captain, another attack is coming. Your prognosis, Hyman. Can we shake them? Can't make any progress. I'll do my damnedest, sir. Let's be on the lookout. Understood. We've come this far. It cannot end here. The enemy approaches in galleon-class Palametian warship. Aren't the Palametian going a bit too far for a bunch of guys looking for some treasure? Like, what is wrong with these people? Squadron Captain class, lead the charge. Stand strong. Captain, your orders. I don't have the HP to fight, so... Attack incoming! A shadow ran through the Gloria. Stand fast, we won't be able to avoid the impact. Attack incoming, everyone prepare for impact. Enemy fire careened into the Gloria, sir, we've been hit. All hands remain at your stations. Fine, do you know what? Fire back. A tense atmosphere settle over the Gloria. Prepare to... Fire! Fire the cannon! Boom. The attack sailed past the enemy ship. We missed the target, sir. What in God's name are you doing? Prepare to fire again. Attack incoming. Everyone prepare for impact. The enemy fire careened into the Gloria. So we've been hit. All hands remain at your stations. Your orders. Defend and flee. The Gloria shattered. Stand fast. Our defense held. Get us out of here! Magic cannons ready. Maneuver us in position and fire. Roger, disengaging the Mako drive and diverging all power to the cannon. 80% charged. 90% charged. Brace for flash and recoil. 100% charge. Fire! Holy flashbang! What is that light? The amount of Magitech emulating from is tremendous. Magic, sorry, not Magitech. No, it cannot be. Nickel Pussy have magic tech cannon, speaking of magic tech, aboard the ship. It is yet to be discovered. Clarity confirmed. Head ship has been annihilated. Abdul damage report. What is the glorious status? No issues detected so far. Good, now let's quickly depart from here. I know this is supposed to be a propeller, but it does sound like a helicopter. Abdul! What's wrong, Cannon? The chief used to be Captain Squadron 8 of the Palametian Empire. I used to be an airship engineer for the Palametians. Litter and Hyman once worked upon their vessels too. In fact, more than half our crew did. Then why are we being chased by them? Are we not supposed to be allies? It's a rather long story. Abdul said we finished the inspection. I will be right there. I shall speak with you later, Cannon. But Abdul... Okay. Where were we? Kind of reminds me of like 8 or 9 music there. But I'm convinced here because like everything came to it. We descended upon Poseidon River, having to uncover the city of gold instead of the island. Oh, we covered that already. We're making our way to Gloria, spot a small temple in my ear. We're inside a plethora of treasure. There we discovered a pair of enormous sliding doors. Reaction to the castle's presence, they slid open. What is this place? I whispered to myself. The doors had opened into a long tunnel. Sensing danger, I decided to return to the airship to call for assistance. Upon our return, and after making necessary preparation, we began exploring the tunnel. This must lead us... Suddenly, we're outside. This must lead us to the rear entryway. We walked for some time through the underground tunnel and eventually led us to outside. You know, just that time when you go underground in the swamp in Final Fantasy IX and you end up in a different continent kind of thing? Like, what's it called? Garganru? Did they go through Garganru? Sorry, going off topic. We came out to the far end of the island. Captain, what if... Captain, what if we were ascended to that hill? From there, we should be able to see everything. At Hyman's suggestion, we made our way up the slope. Impossible! In the note that left me by my father, a mysterious crash penciled in the margin. As I peered down at the landscape below, I noted something interesting. From atop the hill I was on, I could clearly see the forest trees had been cut away and certain parts replaced with grass. These pastures formed the exact symbol. I rushed to open my notes to find that page. A close inspection of it revealed an emblem drawn into the crest. We decided to travel to the spot it indicated in the grass. Upon reaching our destination, we found a fist-sized stone left lying there. In it, we found there was a key-shaped hole on one side. Why is there a keyhole in this rock? Not expecting it to work, we nevertheless attempted to insert the cassette into the stone. It was perfect fit. We slowly turned the key. The rock key crumbled to dust. From it emerged a light green stone. In before this is holy material. What happened? Further miracles were yet to come. The stone began to absorb light from the sun, which had peeked into the sky, drawing in all brightness around it. Don't do that! You'll alert the Palametian Empire. It then converged into a single focused beam, directed at the hill upon which we had once stood. Following the ray, we hurriedly made our way to where it led. We reached the end of the shaft of light. What could possibly be here? Surveying the area, we came across a peculiar boulder. I've heard that sound effect before. That's one of the sound effects in the game, actually. The moment we touched it, it slid away, revealing us the dark cave. This must be the legendary stone gates. There's no doubt where the hidden treasure lay. Let's push forward, Captain. We're here. We finally made it here. Come on, Captain. Let's enter. Chief, hurry, don't fall behind. And they were never found ever again. With visions of wealth swimming through our minds, we stepped into the cave, which opened into a large hall. At its center was a single chest. We cautiously approached it with bated breath, and we opened it. Inside was nothing but a single sheet of parchment. Nearly died for this piece of paper, by the way. You did well to make it this far, lads. While this may not be the wealth you expected to find, it is no reason for you to be disappointed. The memories and friends you made along the way are the real treasure. Holy, the meme is real. It's about the friends you made along the way. Yeah, it's not about the treasure you find. It's about the friends you made along the way, dude. They were so ahead of their time, Square. Honestly. Yeah, nearly died getting here from the Palamitian Empire, but it's all about the friendships you made along the way. Immediately they're going to come out, get captured by the Palamitian Empire, and that was the end of that. Arranging this was far from an easy task. I had to repair all those keystones and spread tales about them like the lost city, colour to the one. It required a lot of imagination and dedication. Thankfully, eventually took on a life of its own, and here you are. I've got to give it to myself. I did a pretty good job. Thanks for sticking with me this far. Allowed me to pull off the world's greatest prank. Delta Rickson. Got him! Got him, guys! They sure will be so happy to know it was just a fun little prank, guys. That's my late grandfather's name. So both my father and I fell for this outrageous trick. Upon finishing the letter, I felt not anger, but a deep sense of fatigue. Litzer called me as I collapsed. I do not know what to say. I'm sorry, everyone. I put your lives at risk time and time again for the last 4 years, all for the sake of a practical joke. Cheer up, Captain. While it's a shame the City of Gold does not exist, not a single person here regrets joining you on this journey. The adventure we had along the way together are priceless. See? It really is about the friends you make along the way, guys. Yes, exactly. Now let's head back to Gloria and start on the new expedition. Abdul smirked. Looks like I'll be getting busy again. Make sure to take me with you too, Chief. Thank you, everyone. Before we head back, I would like to ask what you kept happened here to yourself. I fear for the rest of the crew might not forgive me if they learn what occurred. Let's head back. Sir. The City of Gold. More than one adventurer set out with his visions of unearthing this paradise, waiting for their dreams to be shattered. Yet some brave souls continue to search for this place despite the odds. Captain, I apologize for interrupting you at such a crucial time, but look, there's more to the letter. What? Did you think to finish the letter? P.S. Try turning the treasure chest around for suffering through the world's greatest prank. You deserve a reward. While not as extensive as what the City of Gold might have offered, but I'd like to share with you something I've collected in my travels. From the Kalitu, I can't say it anymore. With love. Turn the chest around. I did, and the letter specified in that moment the walls caved in. Dust filled the air, and I found it impossible to keep my eyes open. What? He just killed him? Maybe not. When I finally was able to go... Okay. Thanks for letting me. Thus, the City of Gold lives on. This whole thing was a practical joke, dude. I love that it gets credit. To be fair, the writer of this is like, you know, it'd be a good practical joke. This. Attempted by Square. Yep. The director put the name in twice, by the way, at the start and at the end, just to make sure that you know who just wasted your time.
Materials that await your perusal.
Good lord. Oh, there's more. stuff, isn't there? Two people could look my throat's hurting. Two people could look identical, sound identical, be exact twins, yet they will never truly be the same. Every life, big or small, odd or typical, without compare. No matter how unfulfilling or fraught with trouble life can be, one must take heart in the fact that each of our journeys is unique. Oh, all right. Okay, I looked. Sorry, my bad. I was looking at the Chocobo race course. Welcome to the Golden Palace, the only place in the nation where the gambling is permitted. Upon the week's end, yeah, the tracks below the race Chocobo owners in the corner of the Chocobos. Yeah, we get it. Chocobo racing was one of the widespread pastime. From amateurs to officials and still players in this game ended 30 years ago, the King passed a decree blaming all activity in such outside the designated racing area. Thus, the Chocobo race course came into existence, and despite the new laws' popularity, the sport remained the same. And they did Chocobo racing and continued to claim over the years. Bets at the race course eventually grew to such preposterous amounts, the guild exchanging their hands of a large rock took place in the rival budget of a small nation. The sheer amount of wealth circulating within these walls came to be known as the Golden Palace. Now let's take a moment to delve into the life of a middle-aged man who has joined us. Oh my god, here we go. Here we go, man. His name is Tango. The man loves chocobo racing so much he would rather put his hard-earned guild towards gambling than eating 3 meals a day. Real. Good lord. Carolee, that's basically saying this is what gambling does to people, alright? Carolee is facing a crisis of a lifetime, many of your lifetimes even. Tango's dilemma began a few days prior when he dropped his coin purse containing his life savings of 500,000 gil. Not only was it not to be found again, but this incident marked the start of a series of unfortunate events. First, he was accosted into the streets by a group of hooligans. Then the house he had bought on a mortgage was apparently targeted by arsonists, though the culprit was never found. Following that, Tango's paper mill, a company that he had recently started went belly up. His wife then left him, and to top it all off, a black cat just crossed his path. Okay. All I have a name is 5,000 gil in my pocket. How many times look, don't tell me I've got to try and make money out of this. I'm out. I'm not even interested in this one. He was in the throes of depression. There was nothing left for me in this world. But today is the day of the great race. Tango looked up at the clouds of the blue sky, made a decision. One last race! And I watched it all. One last race before I ended it all. He really had not learned his lesson. By the time Tango arrived at the track, the first race had already finished. He had, however, was not worried. The ones with the higher payouts was later in the afternoon. A booklet of information of the day's race had been tossed away nearby. Tango picked it up before heading over to his favorite tavern. But you ain't got time to head to the tavern and buy beer. You ain't got any money for that, mate. Unable to shake the feeling that something was wrong ever since he woke, there was a terrible buzzing in the air. All right. I'm gonna grab tea, Jack, because I don't know how long this is gonna be. I'm gonna leave the music playing for you. I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm gonna grab some tea, have a quick bathroom break, and then, because I need my voice for this, and it's starting to go already. So I'll be back in just a moment. All right. Alright. Sorry, I had to grab some tea if I was gonna read through another like essay. Tango slipped in his usual seat, ordered his usual drink, adding it to his running tab. Bro already has a tab and has not, and it's still gonna bet. Refreshment in hand, he began eavesdropping on conversations around him. As expected, the snippets caught his largely centered around the chocobo race. Punctured occasionally with talk of relationships. Listening to conversations, one of Tango's favourite ways of amusing himself. The ringing in his ears, however, began to grow intolerable that he found himself utterly unable to concentrate. He tried pulling at his ears to cleaning them out, but little to improve the situation. Tango could only hear isolated words. The discussing competitors slanted his peer in second race. He was able to hear every name except one, Soul Cannon. Tango is feeling sympathy for the bird who's not heard even once, resolved to root for Soul Cannon. He only wished his partners allowed him to do so, something beyond simply lending the chocobo moral support. The race began. It was a short one, only 1,200 lengths. Put it on my tab. The winner, none other than Soul Cannon of the core, of course. Several more races followed that one in quick succession. For each one he cheered the chocobo whose name he could not hear. All of them won. Tango struggled to comprehend it. Every single chocobo whose name I did not hear won today. This cannot be a coincidence. Perhaps the ringing in my ear, blessing in disguise. The gods are granting me a chance to reclaim my life. I must take advantage of this and purchase some vouchers. Here we go. Here's where it all goes wrong. Thus, booklet in hand, Tango took wondering about listening and discussions around him. Each time a chocobo name was voiced, he'd cross them out. By the time the fourth race had begun, only bird left was Herman. And naturally, it was Herman who won. The afternoon arrived and the morning races came to a close. His body racked with tremors. No matter what he did, they wouldn't stop. I really hope the next ever race begins soon. Pushing my anxiety aside, Tango began to make his way to the Good Luck Tavern. He took his usual seat, ordered his usual midday meal, and of course added to his ever-growing tab. While Tango was waiting for his lunch, the last person he ever wanted to see strolled through the door. Lance! A gentleman on the surface, Lance was nothing more than a pretentious, arrogant poser. Even worse, he was filthy rich. So he's Argo. So just so we're clear that he's Argo, yeah? Alright? Well, if it isn't Tango. I'd prefer if you kept my name out of your mouth. Ah, apologies. I didn't mean to disturb you. There's someone I'd like you to meet. It was none other than Tango's wife, who followed Lance through the doors. Lamau. Well. Stole his wife, did he? Lucinda, what are you doing with him? It was your unbecoming conduct that drove Lucinda into my arms. She needed comfort, and being the sympathetic man that I am, I brought her here on a date to take her mind off things. A date? Lucinda, is this true? There really is no need to cause a scene, Tango. Lucinda is clearly remaining here will only create further discord. Let us make for the inn across the way. The two of them filled out the tavern, and Tango watched them go. Oh, filed out, not filled out. He wanted to give Lance a good walloping. That would do little to bring Lucinda back to him. Yeah, not gambling would be the way to have stopped her from leaving to begin with. But you know, you can't tell a gambler that they don't believe you. Tango rushed outside, shouting after his wife. Oh God. Lucinda, I'm gonna win all the afternoon races, you know. Then I'm gonna quit gambling forever. She's like, I've heard that one before. Yeah, I'm gonna win big and then quit. That's what they all think. Yeah, that's what they all say, mate. Give me one more chance. He quickly came to the conclusion that he would need to channel his anger into picking the winning chocobos. I cannot wait to wave a fistful of gil that buffoon Lance's face that thought made him smirk. Tango turned his attention back to the booklet. The total of 3 races in the afternoon. To win them all, I'm going to have to use the buzzing in my ears to my advantage. The loudspeakers crackled. An announcement rang through the stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, the 5th race will be starting shortly. Curses, I must hurry! With what little time left, I must see what chocobo names I can overhear. Then I'll leave the rest in the hands of the gods. And that is where he lost the rest of the game. The next race was to commence soon, and Tango was running short on time. He needed to find a crowded place where it would be easy to overhear the conversations. Let's see, a popular place that serves food. We'll see a good start. I know, I'll head to the Good Luck Tavern. Because where else is he going to go? Oh God, here comes that. What? There's a time limit! Tango arrived outside the Good Luck Tavern and a small table of monsters immediately visible. And he bolted to the floor nearby, sat and dancer named Stella. Speak with Stella. Stella looked up at Tango, approached her and said, "Hello, Tango, is everything alright? I think you've been putting your drinks on the tab. If you don't pay off that soon, then the tavern master's going to be far from happy." Chocobos! I have little time for such mundane matters. If you instead wanted to ask me about the art of dance, I would have happily obliged. Tango arrived outside the Good Luck Tavern, a small mark visible. This is stupid. Immediately visible. At the entrance of the tavern, there's a table number 2. The rest of the establishment extended out behind it. Move to table 2. You see the exit to the north of the decorative plant. East was a table marked with 1 where local weaponsmith and armor said drinking. Speak of the weaponsmith. McLean weaponsmith glanced up. What if it isn't Tango? You look troubled as always. You want to know it's chocobo. Run me a cocktail, I'll be more inclined to lose my lids. 4,000 gil! Hell no! Get the hell out of here, bro. I'm telling you. Bro, the text is making the time limit even worse, by the way. Get real. Anything the matter? Bruce, I was in a wait for a response. You want to know which chocobar I bet on? I don't even remember myself. I've been so broken by the great race, I need to remain focused. On table 2, I'm gonna see the exit to the north. Well, this is another dumb minigame, isn't it? Move to the plant. I've been at table 2 though. No! Oh my god, this minigame is awful. This one's worse than all of them. This is the time limit. Search the plant. 50-point coin came turning in. What? It's just going around in a circle. Well, look who it is. If it ain't one and only Tango, nothing keeps this man down. Well, I didn't see one Chocobo name show up, so I have no idea which one to go for. Oh, I don't even know anymore. There's no turning back for Tango now. Dot. Tango found himself unable to answer. Instead, he gripped his face. The race course. Can I move? My legs will not carry me. Come on, move. Tango's gotten better of him. Has got better, and he felt as though his legs turned to lead. In this day, I know how to make it to the race. No choice but to wait for the announcements to land the winners. Okay, that minigame sucks. There's a time limit and you have to wait for the text to do this long, unnecessary, dragging out, ties. You know, have the text also appear. Otherwise, this is just a really bad minigame. Palm tree! 10-1. Oh, look, we lost chat. There you go. Like, I lost because I didn't know what I was doing in the silly minigame. Tango's beside himself in despair. I lost? Did I gather the wrong information? Did I purchase incorrect ticket? Farewell, Lucinda. It seems we're not meant to be reunited in this lifetime. Goodbye forever, my darling. What's all this commotion? Someone dove off a 20-story building, you say? Dear me, the fool had no doubt gambled away as large up as Gil. Lance paused. Cinda, are you quite alright? You are looking rather pale. It's nothing, just a little cold is all. What a nuisance. Now the mood's been ruined. Finish with me your milk, my dear. I'm going to order us some pumpkin pie. The sweets here are exquisite. Bad ending? Oh, I don't know. You're supposed to do that. Game over? That's because it's a crap minigame. I'm going to be real. The time limit ticks down while you're trying to run around the thing. Like, I don't understand it.
Gathered within are materials that await your perusal.
Right, let's do it with the correct answer, shall we? Palm tree, heavy kicker, king fire. I don't know what was supposed to tell me what was the answer, but you know. Can I skip to the part that matters? No? Okay. It would be too easy, wouldn't it, guys? Wake me up when it's over. I'm not rereading the same story. I'm not doing it, dude. We know the story. He's a gambler. He lost his way in life. He spent 500,000 gil on nonsense. It's just how the text scrolled up went really slow, but the time is still going, and you gotta like press it, then wait for the thing to load. I mean, I thought it was a bit off. Straight to the Golden Palace, I guess. I don't remember that option. Apart from spending 4,000 gil to find out what the answer was. Well, these are like little side things. Well, I think these are just fun little side stories slash kind of mini games that they wanted to put in the game. That they made and wrote, and it's like they can't really make a game of it when this game came out as well. So, or they just wrote a story. They were like, well, we got to put it. We want to put it somewhere. We can't. If we make it into a quote-unquote mini-game or visual novel. I don't know what it is, a visual novel. Visual novels are quite normal. Especially in Japan. Oh boy, come on. You know, in this part of the game, they could have just given us a skip to the next part of the game. To play the mini-game part again, rather than have to go through all the whole thing. Tango's wife! Was this not in the original? They've got credits. This is new crap. What's a visual novel then? The stories are nice. I like the stories. The stories are funny. Like the prank one. It's hilarious. You do all that and you just got pranked. And I was like, boy. See, why? I don't need the story. Right. You don't need speech to tell her. I'm wasting my time rereading the dialogue for no reason. I guess that was counter space. Speak to Willis. Pat's been giving me quite the trouble lately. Would you mind lifting my shoulders? Hit his shoulders. Thwomp, 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 thwomp. Probably get cheer on for Tropical Storm. So the two chocobos that are sharp in this, you have to go for the one that wasn't, basically. State of disrepair. The individual pieces of the name which are unknown. There's nothing of significance to be found here. It's move. It's just you get so lost in what the game. What I am at. Okay. I've already spoken to Willis! If this stuff's new, they should have given like on-screen maps and stuff, all this stuff. This is just silly. Wedge! We found Wedge! Speak of Wedge. Pay off the tab when you need. I was so anxious. Here, sit and drink the sip and drink the water. I want to see this. Okay, never mind. Time is ticking. I must take action. Here we go. Yeah. Well, look who it is. Well. I obviously figured out the mini game, so we're gonna go with palm tree, alright guys? Trust me on this one, alright? Just trust me, alright? There was no turning back for Tango now. Are you sure you want to do this? He's been borrowing a lot of money. Tango found himself unable to answer. Instead, gripped his ticket tightly and headed to the racecourse. I cannot move. My legs will carry me. I'm going to be able to make it to the racecourse. We had that last time. Looks like the race is about to finish and they'll be announcing the winner soon. A few moments passed and the speaker came back to life. We are pleased to announce that the results of the Southern Classic are the first race of the day. In first place is Palm Tree with a payout of 10-1. I repeat, in first place. I won! Tango was beside himself with disbelief. I actually won! I can't remember the last time this happened to me. He just multiplied his money tenfold. 50,000 gil now lying in his pocket. Congratulations, Tango. Congratulations, Tango. He turned around to see Lucinda standing there. Lucinda, does any of this matter? I take it just, no, you know. Not really. I'm sorry forever. I'm so sorry forever. Like, truly I am. Yet you're here gambling away the last few girls that are putting it towards reopening Tango Paper Mill. You're sorry as you claim, then take us back to a time when we were happy and we're not indulging in this madness. Lucinda, Lucinda turned and ran off before Tango could say anything. Please wait, don't go! In desperation, Tango tried to chase after her, but Lucinda had already been swallowed by the crowd. Try as he might to push against them, it was hopeless. He quickly lost sight of her. The loudspeakers crackled. Ladies and gentlemen, the sixth race will be starting shortly. Good grief, now is not the time for this. I must get to the race course. Yes, don't go chase the apparent love of your life. Quick, get to the race course and make more bets. He just said he's not going to bet ever again if he wins. What does he immediately do? What are we learning here? Gambling is bad here, all right? See, this is what I'm saying, right? You just need some lessons are being learned as we speak. All right, lessons are being learned. This is here for a reason, to teach you that gacha games are bad, even square ones, and you shouldn't be playing them. All right, I think that's what's happening here. All right, they're saying don't play Ever Crisis because it's bad for you. It's gambling. Right around now is when people would say gathering for refreshments. I just know the place, Companion Saloon. The real treasure is the wise he lost along the way. Look up at the sky. Even if the clouds seem to be laughing at me, Tango thought of sudden before his intention. The saloon. From the entrance, so that's the wrong answer. Move to table 2. Yes, head to table 2. Move to table 2, head to table 2. What's the difference? Speak with the adventurer. I am an adventurer writer that goes by the name of Messer Rickson. And this is wait, is that the name we used last time? First time in a long time. I was curious to know how my book was selling. Have you read it? It's one of my favorite books. Ah, yes, the twinkle in your eye, smile on lips tell me you've been indeed read and liked my book. For your devotion, I'll grant you 500-point coin. You know, Ishban, on the hard hitter, why do you ask? Decorative plant. The east was a counter and adventurer. Tango never seems to have milk. Move to that. Move to the decorative plant. East of it was table 2, table 1. That's the plant. There's nothing of significance to be found here. There's no time to waste. I must be going. The east of it was table 2. To the east of it, table 1. To the south. Move. This takes too long. I don't get to see all the... Move to table 1. Playing a card game? Triple tried. Speak with the man. Look who it is, Tango. How's the wife? What? You want to know who I'm betting on? Well, let's make a deal. If you pull a card bigger than mine, I'll tell you. Accept the challenge. And it's an ace of spades. It's like I'm gonna win this one. Pick the middle card. It's like I win. What do you mean, bro? Anything higher than a 1. This guy cheated. He literally cheated. Right. Kato has gone himself as Tango approached. There are no gentlemen left in this world. Is there anything worth living for? Woe is me, Tango, arrived table 1. Close again. Nothing cost me a gill, so. Bro, what's with the slow text? Well, a deal's a deal. Here's a colossal punch. In fact, the country of birds, I'll leave it. I bet on Colossal Punch. I'll even throw this in for you. Whatever that was. I didn't get to see what that was. Time to ticket. I must purchase my ticket. Time ran out, unfortunately. Currently, I have 50,000 gil. Until now, I've been buying small. Over this time has caused me to fall in debt. I shall place my faith in this mysterious ringing in my ears. All for once. All in for once. Hello, Tango. It's a mighty lucky day for you, hasn't it? Now, what can I do for you? Bum, bum. Oh, there's 2 groups like in Final Fantasy 7. I figured out I was heavy kicker chat. Don't worry. I went through every dialogue. Update posted. But check Discord before you run it. Then run this little installer. It should check to make sure you have the most up-to-date templates. Okay, so update first, yeah? Just do my normal update. Do this at the same time. Don't redeem anything, chat. Tango's legs felt as though they were turned to lead. I'll never be able to race. See the race at this rate. I can hear the announcements over the clamour. Woody Tango Force, well from head. Good luck, Tavern's owner's son. Pippin passed by. Pippin, wait, Tango shouted. Oh, wait. Oh, it's the man with the cherry nose. Hello. Listen to me. I need you to go watch the next race for me. As soon as they ever come report to me the results. Got it? Leave it to me. You just got to promise to pay off your tab. I should have done this. The race is over. Pippin over who won. Hello, mister. The white chocobo won. Heavy Kicker was his name, I think. You're asking me to overwrite an existing file. Is that correct, Mushroom? I said the payoff was 201. Are you absolutely sure? The young boy looked up at him and the eyebrow cocked. Have I ever lied to you, mister? Thank you, Pippin. I'll get... Overwrite. Thank you, Pippin. I'll get you a luge puppet. Your guy puppet. Really, you promise? So while you're at it, you can pay off your tab? Did I run that new installer with the program open or closed? This is too good to be true. I'm not dreaming, am I? Tango was looking down at his ticket. Gripped his hand. Hold on. Sorry, chat. I'm doing two things at once. Bear with me. Bear to the with me. Tango was looking down at his ticket. Okay, there you go. Okay. Now I'll just open as normal, yeah? Wait, what was going on there? Only heard about in the 20 odd years of gambling, the golden chocobo ticket. Oh, the golden chocobo ticket! Just like in fun. Just what is this, gold saucer? Which only was ever given when the odds were over 100 to 1. It was 201. Tango's once meager funds and now amounted to 10 million gil. Surely he won't continue gambling after this, right, guys? Okay, I'm running the new thing. Thanks, Mushroom. You did it, Tango! He turned to see Lucinda standing behind him. Lucinda, Tango, I still love you. Yeah, how can I know that you feel the same way about me? My love for you far eclipses lances. I'm going to quit gambling for good. I will always put you first. I shall never betray your trust in any way again. Her lips quivered. Tango, all ever wanted for you was to be true partners to each other. To love, to respect one another. Tango took a small step towards her. Please don't cry. Wait, where are you going? Tango dashed out to Lucinda was however long gone. He's not very good at chasing after, is he? The loudspeaker crackled for a final time. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your hats for the moment you've all been waiting for. It is finally here. The great race will soon be commencing. We urge you to hurry and purchase your tickets while you still can. I must make haste. The race is about to begin. All my efforts will have been naught if I do not win this. Time was running short for Tango as the great race was soon to begin. He urgently needed to find the place with the large gathering of people before the main event. If I were a spectator waiting in anticipation of the upcoming race, I would go to the racecourse gallery. We get 4 minutes now, 1 whole extra minute for all the tech to slowly dribble out anyway. The music's intense. Feeling some of his feet, Tango glanced at the ground and see an aging dog to the north of the spectator seats, which were thrown among some people. Moved to the spectator seats. Tango attempted to push through the crowd to the south of secondary entrance, the north of the, yeah, whatever. Secondary entrance. Establishing second entrance, feeling something on his feet. Tango glanced down to see an aging dog. What do you mean? And to the north of the, again. Right, dog. Woof woof. The dog seemed to, okay, 50 point gone. All right, cool, man. Yeah, it's great because I got time for that. I've already lost the whole minute. Bro, why is this so slow? Like, this doesn't need to be this slow. To be a chocobo jockey who was seated to the south of the second entrance, blah 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 blah. Seek the chocobo rider. Tango approaches man dressed like a chocobo rider, who was muttering himself, "How could I be so careless to lose the keepsake he gave me? A fool! I does not deserve to be here." Tango arrived at the front and center. Spectator seats where a man who appeared to be chocobo jockey seated to the south was the second entrance. Okay, there was nothing here. Move to the east. Can't go to the east, and standing by was a man with a sinister glint in his eye. On the west was the center seat. Speak of the sinister man. Madroma, the local gravekeeper, sticking under his breath. Yeah, 1,000 gil, and the adamantium multiplier by 30 would amount to 30,000 gil. Yeah, 10,000. Yeah. Alright, don't bet on antimantar. That should just auto pop up so you can move on, man. Like, that's the bad gate part of the design here. Tango arrived at the front and center. Gale rushed past Tango, misjudging him in a haste. Ah, look what you've done! Everything in my coin purse has been scattered all over the place. I demand you pick it up. What do you have here? A bet for Gil Tatzler. He smiled at himself and handled the items. She calmed down significantly. Thank you. Just be sure to watch your step from now on. Move to the fourth exit. Look at the father. Father's clean on the best moods. Damn it, of all the times, the next race of the great race. What do you want? You want to know a bet on Get Lost? I don't have time for idle chatter. Theodore was bouncing up and down in excitement. Mister, if you pass my test, I'll tell you who my father bet on. Sure, let's begin. So first question, with which expression means to remain calm? Keep your hair on. What is the golden rule? Treat others as you would like to be treated. Which of the following saying means improve something unnecessarily? Clutching at straws. Which of the following improve something unnecessarily? Well, I've never heard the other two before. What is wrong? Do you know what, bro? This kid's dumbass. Right, I don't care. Who says pie in the sky? You know, I don't even care. Gild the Lily? Never heard of that expression. Never once used it. Sounds like a made up term. Well, they all made up terms, but you know what I mean. I didn't think clutching straws is right either, because I was like, that's not what clutching straws means, but it's the only one I've ever heard of. Has anyone here actually used Gild the Lily before? Improving for something for no reason. That's like next time I say I'm farming, right? I'm gonna say I'm just gilding the lily, and everyone will be like, "The hell does that mean, bro?" Everything's riding on this. Tango took a deep breath, made his way to the ticket booth for the final time. Tango, you're on a real winning streak today. Mind sharing your streak? Secret? Scarlet Sephiroth. Look at that. The weapon, Scarlet Sephiroth, Gil Turtler, Slip Slider, and the Adamanter. Well, we know that those three aren't they because they all showed up in the dialogue. But the weapon or Scarlet Sephiroth, I mean, Scarlet Sephiroth and the weapon is bait because of FF7 just came out. So it's got to be Kingfire. Because that sounds like an actual horse. I mean, Chocobo. I don't know what deep closer means. There was no turning back. He has 10 million gil after having 5,000 gil and nothing to his name. And he's like, I'm putting it all in one more time. You put us all men to shame. You are a champion. He didn't know what he was crying, gripping his ticket even tighter. He set up for the race course. Lucinda, wait. Cannot move my legs. They frustrated groan escaped him. Be a man, Tango, move. After a great deal of struggle, he made it to the tracks. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could turn your attention to gate 3 where Tango will be entering shortly. The man bought the golden Chocobo ticket earlier this afternoon. This will certainly not an everyday occurrence. We will be witnessing a miracle today. Today's main event, the 128th Great Race is now underway, and it's like Slipsider has taken an early lead. He's pulling quite far ahead, and Slipsider maintains the left outside of the bed. Gil Turtle is not far off in the second row, so but following the right hand side, and the third is Adamanter. The lead is beginning to pull away. They bring it up the rear side of the weapon, and the Kingfire with the crowd favourite Scarlet Sephiroth in last. Lamel, Gil Turtler and Adamanter moving up the stretch. Swift players according to our timers. These Chocobos travelling at far faster right than others. Slip Slider is still ahead of the lead of pigs. The third sweeping turn. Slip Slider goes down at the turn. What a nasty spill. But the show must go on, getting around the Gil Turtler. They want to move it up through the back of the water than a Scarlet Sephiroth. Gil Turtler losing speed at the back of the fourth turn, and then perhaps Slipsider's breakneck pace pushed him to his limits too soon. Scarlet Sephiroth pulls into the lead. Right behind him is the weapon. We are nearly in the final turn, ladies and gentlemen. Racing to the first of the two Chocobos. Will it be Scarlet Sephiroth or the weapon? The weapon is losing speed. Scarlet Sephiroth pulls ahead to take the lead. Scarlet Sephiroth's ahead now, just 100 lengths before you go down to history as the first to win of all 3 consecutive races. 50 lengths left. Scarlet Sephiroth's in the lead, storming down the track. But wait, what is this, ladies and gentlemen? Kingfire, who is bringing up the tail of the field, is moving up the stretch with incredible speed. Kingfire is tearing down the track, pulling into the forefront, and there are just 20 lengths to go. Scarlet Sephiroth is losing ground, and Kingfire is going to overtake him. They're now neck and neck, and will it be Scarlet Sephiroth or will it be Kingfire? Oh, Kingfire takes the lead in a spectacular upset. Kingfire emerges victorious in an impossible result here. After 3 years of absence, he has reappeared only to win the great race. Kingfire is now the champion. I tried to do that as fast as possible in horse racing over here. The commentator speaking like this. And he's going to take the person. And that's what I was trying to do there. I won. I did it. The Golden Palace of the buzz of excitement. Men, women, children were cheering loudly for Tango. From the level of enthusiasm one might think they had ever won. That's right, let's all celebrate gambling, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Tango did it, he really did it. The payout is 300 to 1. This is incredible. The whole place went bankrupt because he made 30 billion gil. Absolutely incredible. Sir, please, if we could return to the announcement race results. Tango, 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 Tango. The crowds are an excited frenzy. Tango From the jumble of people before, Lucinda appeared. Tango made his way towards her. Please, if you could move aside. I need to get to Lucinda. Such a dumb story. After fighting the crowd, Tango was at long last reunited with his love. Darling, Lucinda. Those moments earlier where cheering became completely silent. Perhaps it was because they noticed the pairing gazing into each other's eyes. Lucinda, I love you, Lucinda. I cannot stand the idea of being with anyone else. The twinkle in her eye told him everything he needed to know. Darling, I want to be with you always. In just a few moments, the stadium went from complete silence to loud, boisterous cheers. Yay! The crowd covered them on soon. Tango and Lucinda engulfed a swarm of people. Tango, 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 tango. Well, now this isn't real. Nobody would be chanting for them. Everyone would be like, I lost! F this crap. He's going to wake up and it's all going to be a dream. None of these stories have consistently not left in a really fun, ridiculous way. He's going to wake up and be like, oh. And he's like, his life's in the gutter. I'm telling you, the end of this story is that this was all a dream, that he won like 30 billion gil, and that his wife came back to him after winning all that, after doing the thing that she said she didn't want him to do, but he did it anyway and won money for it. He's going to wake up and his life's already over. His name's Tan. Just wanted him to go. It was shortly followed by another chant. Lucinda! 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 And in the midst of all, the two of them stood, holding each other. Oh. Sometimes it asks you to press buttons, sometimes it doesn't. Later, Tango would learn that Lucinda had never any intention of leaving him. She simply intended to give him the space. I'm sorry, what? She never had any intention of leaving him, she had to give him some space. That's why she was going on a date with another guy? What? Excuse me. Excuse me, bro. This is definitely a trick. Nah, bro, that's nonsense, dude. That is nonsense. She had agreed to accompany Lance only on the condition that they attend the Chocobo races. Why would she go to the Chocobo races? Lucinda was well aware her husband would be in attendance. Lucinda had never cared for affluence. She had not known it growing up, so it's very important to her. No, what I'm reading is she came back to him after he won a lot of money. While she often would wish she would cut back, the fact that Tango enjoyed gambling did not faze her. After her husband's company fell through, however, he began drowning his sorrows at the local taverns, gambling with greater frequency. Yeah, that sounds more realistic. She didn't care about his habit. It's more of the fact that he just got drunk every night and went to the pub. That sounds quite like a realistic story, to be fair. Lucinda left believing it would serve as a halt to his downward spiral and wake him up. Tango, upon learning the truth, was overwhelmed with happiness. He knew that in the moment of his old self would remain. So I would be like, Lance, suck it. What kind of name is Lance anyway? That sounds harsh. Sorry to anyone who's called Lance. I don't think people get called Lance in 2025 though. After the events that unfolded at the Golden Palace, Tango decided to put the gil he had won towards restarting his business. It's where everyone's like, that my name is Lance actually in real life. My bad. That, however, is a story for another day. No, I don't care. So ends this gambling tale. Why are you making fun of the name Lance when the character's name is Tango? Tango's kind of normal, what do you mean? How's it going, heroes? Good to see you, man. Hope you had a good weekend. Wait, it weren't even a fake ending? No, he should have woke up! He should have woke up, because that is the most unrealistic thing ever. You don't gamble and make 30 billion gil and then suddenly your wife comes back to you. That's the dream. That's the kicker. That's where he goes, oh, that's a lie. What do you mean there's a score involved? I don't care about scores.
These tomes are the product
Sorry,
of
Tia,
much
long day, man.
sweat and
Good to
toil.
see ya. One more. We've actually done that one. I'm not going through it again. It's one of those different endings I've had.
Get out of my way!
Hey, Albert. That place in Final Fantasy 9. It's all I've got left to do in the game anyway, so. So much for the hair. Why is this going so fast? Alert source on the ABS. I did it. When do you intend to dispose of the hound? Report 12704-361, security level 4 regarding over. You see, all eyes granted to Elva are not suspended immediately. Reassign them to Paxton. Have Santir begin monitoring Elva, and have Jamul the Hounds. Paxton will oversee the entirety of the operation. Under no circumstance Elva to be made aware of these changes. Maintain top level security, that is all. You mean OBS Rufo? Yeah, you did. My name is Annette. Women like me are commonplace. For close to 4 years now, I have been leasing this room in the city. My days are so routine they blend together. On the outside, I seem normal, but inside, my soul resides another. She beats at the walls, the lady of my being rips at my heart like something from a horror story. She rages to be set free. Children voices in the drift throughout the open windows. As I slide into my blouse, the dying sun casts its orange glow upon the curtains. A light breeze tenderly caresses me as if to remind me of its existence. Simone, tell me, what do you think? It is rather brilliant, is it not? The next section is the best part. Oh, how I love to write. Once I start, I find it impossible to set my pen down. Who was your inspiration for Annette? And Pablo. Was that kidding? Who inspired your vision to Annette? Someone I know. My dear Simone, it was inspired by none other than you, of course. You are the only woman who occupies my mind. Yet in spite of all that, I know a little about you and how much you hold yourself back from me. I have used my imagination to fill in the missing pieces. This is why, Simone. Stop it, Pablo. I'm in a hurry. You're also busy, are you not? Yes, that is true, but else needs once it's published. Will you... Do not speak of it. I need some time to think. I now must go. That's lovely. What romantic there. That sounds really quite. Oh, my sweet Simone. Whither goest thou? I love you with so much of my heart. Tomorrow we may look upon one another once more. Sante. Working under Paxton is torture, quite literally. One misstep and you wish you were never born. I can hope this hound is killed soon. You talk too much. I honestly do not understand whoever appointed you as a liaison was thinking. You have made for ways for such a company. Now I need to remind you the blunder you made while flying off to the black. Flying off to the black. Happen again as you move before your emotions take over. Thank you for your advice. Pardon me, but I am in a hurry. You know how to be cordial. As for the target, we do know what secrets hold. Let us not knife. Let your knife wait. Let not your knife waver. He could remember something unsavory. Unless you forget the organization is keeping tabs, they are expecting you. Betray them. How this unfolds is up to you. You're not cut out for this job. I'm gonna report you as soon as we're done. As soon as we're finished. You're a tough one, Elva. Remember. One small mistake on your part and the organization's health will be in ruins. Our superiors might favor you, but they do not look upon me nearly so fondly. What do you say we go for a walk? Pardon me, but I'm in a hurry. However, ever sunshine and roses, you are before... Okay, let me try this again. Elva, ever sunshine and roses you are. Before you leave, answer me this. How confident are you in your ability to kill the hounds? I'm 170%. That is a ridiculous question. Especially coming from you. You are nothing but a marionette on strings. You always find a way to insult me. World of Beasts. This is an uninhabited island. So the kings. I have no idea what's going on, by the way. I've never done anything but the king's bidding. I journeyed here alone. I am observing the beasts who reside in the place. That's the royal bestiary. Here, in the world of monsters. My life rests in the hands of the god of death. The 7th day of the month, Capricorn, farewell. Today I received the letter from my sister and reading it in my way to a stream. The well water Sorry, I need some water. A lot of reading. Along the way, I discovered a tree bearing fruit, bearing red fruit. I plucked one and it brought it to my lips. The moment I bit into it, I was filled with unspeakable bliss, and before my eyes appeared my first love. The fruit dissolved in my mouth. I was so overwhelmed with peace, I need to lie down. These are the closest thing you get to ASMR chat. Maybe I should just do this. Just do Marshby read stories, and everyone could just listen to me tell stories. We just find stories and just read stories to stream, to chat every single day. Chat, here's a nighttime. Point redemption. This is what we just read stories. I find a story and I just read it. And I just tell you all the story. And today's story is, here's your bedtime story, and then I'll just go for 4 hours per day. For the end of every single stream. We just do it. Because reading these by yourself will kind of suck, but if we're all experiencing together, it's not so bad. What do you think, Simone? It's a diary-style novella. It's an insight into the horrors of day-to-day living and loneliness that comes with it. It seems boring. My interest is piqued. Listen to my story. It's funny because that says listen to a story with a typo. So when I read that first, I thought of Toy Story. My interest is piqued. If you actually followed through with this one, you might be able to remember what you've forgotten. Simone, tell me, my love. Tell me who I am and what you want to know about me. Why do you show me such concern? Simone, Stop it, Pablo. I'm in a hurry. You're also busy, are you not? Yes, that is true, but I need to know once this is published. Will you... You're not as big of it. I need some time to think. Now I must go. Okay, same ending. This is the same dialogue as before. Listen, Toy Story. But Toya's cave. Hold up, I got you. Wait. Just for this one part. To the west of Corella, halfway to the eternal thoughts, rests the Elengam, the burnt city. The Fourth Holy War ended here 93 years ago. The tomes that line our shelves, however, claim the battle finished 4 years prior to that. From the east marched Gulf Frizz's men, 120,000 strong, and from them the west came. The west came them from Polydix's men, who were 80,000 in number. The final battle brought the beautiful city of Elengam to the ground in a single night. Shortly thereafter, the nobles set to work, spinning the history in their favour. The fabrications rendered into 7 different languages and published 13 nations. And published in 13 nations. No, it didn't publish 13 nations. Sorry, that's really bad reading. Okay, let me put the other game music back on. Because, I thought it was interesting. 'Tis naught but a tale that sings odes to the heroes and praise the gods that tear their aid. With no history to learn from, the humanity was doomed to repeat it. The same atrocities would be committed only to be wiped from the memories of man. Over and over, the gods and their names will be invoked so that people do their bidding. What do you think, Simone? Sound like anything I've written. Intend it to be my longest work to date. It shall span over 2,000 pages. You will die before you finish it. I like the setting of the narrative so far. Imagine this when you might get it published. Oh, how I've longed to hear those words from your mouth. Why they fill me with such joy, I no longer feel the need to continue with this particular piece. What shall I write next? Before that. Ugh. Same, yeah. Well, do I keep failing because I keep being nice? You know what? I'm just gonna say I quit. Oh my sweet Simone. What they do is foul. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's going jolly. It took an hour to get the platinum trophy today. Now been over 2 hours and we've just been in this section of the game. When will you end the Hound's life over? Actually, okay, so there's different stories all progressing at the same time. We've been ordered to conduct all communication through Santir. Santir, you do realize there's a reason I chose to break protocol, do you not? You are a capable guy, and also you're also a woman. Surely you're aware of these needs and monitor the situation. Before he would struggle with amnesia, he had his eyes with a bestial sensuality, not dissimilar to that of displaced. Now, however, he is naught but a hound or more. Are you satisfied? He has an important secret. We cannot kill him until we learn what he is hiding from us. However, the boss quickly grows impatient. Hurry and finish him. The Sapphire. Though this place resided in the chapel of an abandoned town that would attack those who dared to venture too close. At times they would embark on long journeys and then return home for equal stretches of time. Children and adults gave alike him a large berth. The only time that they would catch a glimpse of him is when they saw his shadow sulk across the chapel's green pond. Only travelers dared to venture closer. Rumor had it that Displaced was in the possession of vast treasure. The adventurers would come from a faraway land seeking to gain what he had, and the locals would sneer. One fateful day, one of these men crossed the swords with the Displaced. The deranged man's head flew from his neck, spurting red blood. Locks were placed upon the cathedral shortly thereafter. From the depths of the catacomb, the Displaced sapphire eyes grow. What do you think, Simone? The Displaced is a fascinating character, do you not agree? He is a skilled swordsman who is driven into madness for a battle. The Displaced is a wild man. I can feel his madness through the text. He's nothing like you. Before I lost my memories, I suspected I was a very robust individual with the fire in my heart that burned brighter than the sun. Simone, trust me when I say I shall be your knight in shining armor. Once this is published, will you do not speak of it? I understand the narrative, to be honest with you. You just goes around in circles. The familiar voice stopped me in my tracks. It's Paxton! The man assigned to watch me. I heard you weren't in touch yesterday. Why is that? Since he was late, you're going to need to decide another liaison. I cannot continue taking the blame for his mistakes. Understood. I'll report back. Such. What of the target? Nothing out of the ordinary. He continues to force me to listen to his poorly written stories. I grow tired. I see. It's not our intention to ignore your wishes. The organization currently lacks members. We cannot continue to have someone vary himself monitoring the individual. I hope you understand. I will take that into consideration. However, this is what you said last time. I see the hesitation in your eyes. You're not committed to seeing this through. The organization has confidence in you. Very well, I'll comply with your orders. Before I could turn away, Paxton had lodged a knife in my heart. Crimson blood seeped from the wound. I wanted to speak, but words were not forthcoming. I could not breathe. My vision faded. The last thing I saw was Paxton sneering over me. You best hope you are born far from this place in your next life. Perhaps the tropic islands to the south would be suitable. Those were the last words she heard. Well, Pablo, looks like you'll have all the time in the world to read more of your nonsensical... stories. As conscience left her, all she could see was Pablo's face. What? What do you think, Simone? I'm confident in the story's development. Quite interesting. I feel so inspired. In fact, practically wrote itself. Once I started, I found myself unable to set my pen down. So once my book is... this took a dark turn, guys. This turned into a really... Wait a minute. This turned into a really dark...
Gathered within are
What?
materials that await your perusal.
I think she killed him. Or vice the other way around. I don't really know. I'm not rereading all that. It's just... I'm gonna hit end Pablo immediately and see what happens. Simone! Ah! No! I'm surprised you made it this far with such a heavy load. Did you perhaps feel the need to put him to rest in the same seas as Black? You were not nearly as clever as you think, Pablo, to follow his friend in death, that is all. Will you be... How's it going, Zach? Will you be lifting the security you have placed on me? I do not enjoy being so close to him on a... So you noticed I submitted a request to the organization. You did an excellent job. So how did you kill him? Do you think I'm going to tell you? Those who talk too much always find themselves in an early grave. Oh, I don't know, but you are free to rush into your next assignment. We will have further instructions for you in a month. Farewell for now. The end. Okay. What? So you can just jump to the end, or... What?
New discoveries await in even the most dog-eared of tomes.
Yeah, so anyway, I think we're done. Okay.
You are always welcome.
Oh, guys, by the way, this was from Final Fantasy Tactics, by the way. All that reading material. Yeah, fun stuff that we did in our video Chronicles earlier. We've done that earlier in the game. I'm not doing it anymore.
Does anything here speak to you?
I like the 4 deity plate. I like all of these, like the Chocobo cannon. All the references to older Final Fantasies, like Excalibur. Excuse me. With the black materia, the red materia, the blue materia, the white materia, the rat tail. I have a question.
Leaving, are we?
Leaving, are
Your
we?
achievements are a source of pride for the entire
Oh, this is
academy.
the achievements page. Okay, so these are the in-game achievements. Ah, there it is.
Never give up.
It's a new thing, apparently.
A firm grasp of the fundamental. Keep your wits about you.
What did by all means?
Anyway, I think it was just some short stories that they made into a game, so it's playing the game. But they just wanted to write these fun little side stories in and just kind of go from there. But anyway, I think that's going to wrap up the Final Fantasy Tactics playthrough. It's not the end of the stream, don't panic. But it will be the end of the YouTube stream, to be fair. It was in the OG Japanese version, but never officially translated. Oh! So I got misinformation earlier. So, well, okay. No, it wasn't. It's not the end of the stream, shut up! I'm going to wrap up Tactics, though. I guess I should end off on a summary of my thoughts of the game, perhaps, maybe, or something like that. Gather my thoughts and stuff like that. Maybe do more hurting. So, I gotta say, I love the game. Like, when I was playing it, I got this whole vibe for playing like a Squaresoft era. It does feel like a Squaresoft era of Final Fantasy. It's up there with 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 era of Final Fantasy. The storytelling was amazing. A lot of people said it's like the storytelling like gives you that Game of Thrones vibe, right? Or I should say, a Song of Ice and Fire. But actually, I found out that both this story and the Song of Ice and Fire are both inspired by the War of Roses. That's why there's a lot of similarity, because they're both inspired by the same thing. So that's pretty cool. You got two different stories based off the same thing. The character arcs felt great. I really liked the story. You know, Ramza is probably my least favorite main character, though. To be honest, he wasn't that exciting. Well, not least favorite main character, but he was not very exciting as a main character. I was more interested in Deleter. I think that's probably a common mindset, though. I just think Ramza was kind of bland all the way through. There wasn't really much of a payoff that I felt was like, yeah, now he was great at the end or something. Like he just was like, he couldn't do anything wrong, if that makes sense, and it just bothered me a lot. But I liked all the it was like, I liked all the world's backstabbing. All the characters were like very interesting characters, and there's a lot of backstabbing, and like, you know, there's a whole war happening whilst you're going around dealing with like demons and stuff as well as fighting all these factions and stuff like that. Really cool, almost environmental storytelling, but like there's a lot of lore storytelling as it's happening for you to pick up the pieces and put things together, and I really like that as well. The storytelling was top tier. It's been such a fun story, and I can't wait to go through it again and then re-experience the story and be like, oh my god, now I see that and X, Y, and Z and stuff like that. Because I'll probably do a replay through on a challenge run. But this game was top tier. The gameplay was fantastic. I love how in-deep the mechanics are. I haven't even mastered it. I barely used all the cards.
Let's try.
I didn't really use Mime. I don't know how OP Mime is, and I didn't really play around with Bard too much. Well, I think I did actually, because the dancing was pretty fun. But it's just not very strong. Arithmetician seems really fun to play around with. I can see why people really like that one. I'll just talk about all the classes. Ninja is pretty fun combined with Thief class stuff. So you want Thief and then go into Ninja, and you can use you can have a Ninja that goes around stealing. It's really fun. Covers a lot of ground. Samurai, overall disappointing class, honestly. Very unique, but I just feel like it's very disappointing. Dragoon's one of my favorite classes. Really fun with jump, and obviously you can attack like with the bamboo stick things. You can attack with three, like you don't have to be on the square next to the enemy. You can attack from a distance. Geomancer's extremely underwhelming. If anyone's a fan of this class, well, I wish you luck trying to master this game with this class, because my lord, they're supposed to do status effects. They don't do status effects. Like, I've never seen a status effect go against me or for me with using a Geomancer. Mystic, didn't use it much, but it has a very interesting. I like how each class is very different, you know. Orator is more of a build your bravery faith class. I think that's what people use it for. Thief is steel. Your thief is thieves, you know. Summoner, okay. So Summoner is great for damage and good for what it is. I don't like, I was saying earlier on, Zodiac being locked behind an endgame boss that has to be used on you. Terrible idea. I'm sorry, it's just a terrible idea. Like, oh, I missed that fight and you can't redo the fight. That kind of stuff frustrates people, you know. But the class itself is pretty fun. If you compare it out with pairing it up with white mage stuff, like if you're a white mage and have summoner as a second like ability, really cool combo. I like the combos in the game. Time mage is, or do I need to explain how the benefits of haste and slow? Black mage, underwhelming. Very underwhelming. I really wanted the black mage to be good. I thought they would be good. They're very underwhelming. Flare was decent, but not as good as Holy with the white mage. So I feel like that Flare was good when Holy didn't work, and there was very rare circumstances where Holy doesn't work. I felt like black mage is extremely underwhelming. Magic boost is obviously another thing to do. I just found it underwhelming. Monk. Now people say this class is insane, but you die after one hit. Chuck a revive. I never used it early game, but I can, if I were to replay through, probably grab those early because they'd be really good. Here it comes. What do you mean? Black mage is the highest magic attack growth in the game. Well, it didn't do any damage for me. It was doing less damage. I did more damage as a white mage than I did as a black mage. Just saying what I saw. But revive is good as well. I'm talking about when I was using it with other characters. Okay, whatever. Yeah. It doesn't matter if my mage was a good or a bad mage. It doesn't matter because it was still, I was seeing more damage as a white mage than I was as a black mage. Do you understand? It's the same character. And bravery favors them that you don't understand until like later on, or like second playthrough to be fair, properly. Anyway, monk, really strong on attack, really fun. Archery, really fun early game. Fell off and was terrible in game. Terrible in game. Knight, good early game to stay alive. Also has all the rend stuff as well. Chemist. Well, getting X potion is really good. I would say farm up to here and get Phoenix Downs and you should be good for the rest of the game. Oh, they can also wield guns. Squire. Okay, you only get like this for Squire normally, but like Rams has got Shout was insane. Ultimate was the most underwhelming, disappointing move in the game considering it's called Ultimate. Even if you make him a black mage, I think it's very good. So yeah. Character wise, well, we all know about Orlando. I liked all the characters, even the ones that join you. Like playability, my favorite to play as was probably Agrias for most of the game. Cloud, very underwhelming character. Reeds was really fun once I got to learn more about her and her ability set. Apologies to Mustadio fans, barely used him outside of the start of the game. And Rafa and Marak fans, just, you know. Construct Tate's pretty fun character because you can just blast things. Really good carry if you get him early. If you get him when that part of the game unlocked. Melody didn't really have much use for her. Beowulf, Orlando, do I even need to... They're both OP, let's be real. And Sonota, best mage in the game. I want to comment on the voice acting in this. I don't know what the War of the Lions version was like, the voice acting, and I've heard it was good. But the voice acting in this version of the game was incredible. Okay, it felt genuinely like if you haven't played Tactics and you want to experience it, just play this version of the game. It's the most accessible one right now. Sounds like I'm sponsored, but I'm not. But like, it really is. You just this will be the best port you can probably play. I know older fans of War of the Lions fans that get triggered by me saying that. But it probably is, if you haven't played the game before, this is probably the best one to just jump in and play. The voice acting and delivery was amazing. Even for characters that barely show up or on two screens, the voice acting was done incredibly well. The direction of the voices isn't just the voice acting cast, it's also the director that has this in control. Like Ben Starr, who came in chat once, even said that the voice director for 16 was the voice director for this game. So this game got a full mainline games voice director. They invested in good voice acting and good voice direction to deliver a very complex story. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, this game's story is extremely complex, and if I was reading this for text, it would take me 2 or 3 playthroughs to really understand what's going on. The voice acting in this and the way they do it is done so well, in my opinion, that it kind of makes a lot of it very clear. I didn't feel lost anymore throughout the game. So, and they really just delivered. They really just delivered, and it was such a really made for a great experience. There's certain characters like what's his name? There's a character in here. I gotta find him. Where's my character
What would
list?
you wish to know?
That was like so funny. Zalamor, for example, his voice actor nailed this guy. This guy was one of the funniest characters. He's just like really hyper, like he just, even when he gets, he's like he's just like absolutely delivered this character, and he's in it for like for 2 or 3 scenes. It's not even scenes, he's in like for gameplay. But yeah, it's it was they really just delivered across the board and made the characters feel it really brought the story to life, is how I felt. It felt like the story brought it to life, especially for a 2D tactics game, you know, a lot of it was you put your imagination to the things that are happening in the game at the same time, and I think that's very hard to do, because especially a lot of modern games as well, people want their information spoon-fed to them. A lot of people don't understand FF7 Remake because they're not being spoon-fed information. Some things are just kind of being left unanswered for now and stuff like, and even old Final Fantasy all the time, they didn't spoon feed you information. You had to get there through breadcrumbs and put things together, right? And this game does that, and I really like that, and the whole storytelling has been really fun and really well put out, alongside with complex game design, but like in a very approachable way. It's fine. Like, there are multiple ways to play this game. I know people will be like, no, you have to farm. Farming is the right way. No, you can actually just play through this game without farming too hard. There are times you feel like you should be farming because you're going to want to unlock some abilities. But you don't have to spend 25 hours farming on Act 1 and then progress the game, Like the big fight at, was it Riven's Castle, wherever it is, where you fight the Weedsgraph's demon and stuff like that. That is one of the most iconic fights. I've seen a lot of people struggle on that. Like, I've been watching other tactic streams as well, and I get it, right? And they was like, oh, you need to farm, and people I think people were trying to backseat and say dual wield and stuff. And yeah, I found my own way with critical recover HP. I just went through all the lists and say, well, I'll go learn that. Went out, learned that, then that fight was basically free for me. The other part was the DPS check, but like, which I'm a bit disappointed with. Those Lucavi fights were just DPS checks. I wanted them to have gimmicks, but all it was is Lucavi do status effects damage to you to an insane level, and you just got to kill them before they kill you. But that's what the beauty about this game is that everyone will find a different way to play the game. Everyone will play the game differently. There's no one consistent way to play the game, and whilst a lot of RPGs can be like that, everybody's building different classes or going what they like, because everyone goes with the favorite class, right? And then pick your favorites. You have certain people, you keep the same party as long as you can as well, kind of thing. And one thing this game does is there are parts of the game where it makes you have to explore the mechanics a bit further. Maybe you should, or give you situations where if you've been attacking through your game, like going over and over and over, then just attacking doesn't do enough damage, or it isn't enough to clear the enemy. You need to do something a bit think out of the box. It makes you revisit and think maybe there's a different way to approach the fight. Another good example is the one, I think it was like down here, where I think it was this map here. The gallows. That's where there's like 8 enemies on the screen, and you start from 2 different places, and the enemies, one will always target your weaker enemy, character for some reason. But the one with Gafgarian, for example, and it's like that map is like playing chess. You have to make sure you're out of range and you can hit them, and like there's very clever ways to get through that fight. And that's why I think the game's really exciting for me. I loved the gameplay, and like, when I failed, I was like, okay, cool, let me try something different each time. And it really gave you that feeling of like, there's no one way to do a map, and everyone's going to play the game differently. I really enjoyed that about the game. The music is great. The soundtrack is top tier. I think the soundtrack really makes one feel like a Final Fantasy. But 2, it fits the theme of the game extremely well, I don't know if this is the original soundtrack or this has been a revamped version of the soundtrack, but it feels quite authentic to what an old game would sound like in a way. Probably a bit more worldly, if anything. It feels very modern. But it's unchanged. Then this soundtrack was ahead of its time. It's really good. It does feel like Squaresoft era, like it's not a Matsu though, but yeah, overall, like the whole world building. One thing they added to this game. Okay, so someone said that the Chronicle was in the game originally, but I don't think it was laid out like this, right? Where you had this, there was a thing in FF16 where they had this, and it shows you the lay of the lands, what's happening, the movements. And in a game in 16, it's not that important. Like this part especially, the movements and the war and what's happening. But in a game where there's wars happening in the game at the same time, super important, right? Because you can see who's going against each other. You got Zaltania and Negros against each other kind of thing, plotting, and it kind of says which characters are doing what as it's happening in the world. And who's in charge. Like by this point, this is all, you know, it shows you at the end of the game that the whole of Ivalice is now under Delita's control. Before it wasn't so much, and you know, as you can see, things expanded out.
Oh, leaving, are we?
I think that was really fun. They give you access to all the lore as you've unlocked it. They also put in all the War of the Lions cutscenes, where you can view the movie of like extra scenes that they made for them, which really added to the layers to them. I think they should just made that happen in the game regardless, like throughout your first playthrough, but because not everyone's going to run into the Chronicles to go look at these things.
What would you wish to
I
know?
certainly missed them. I didn't discover until I saw someone else's stream with it.
Take care.
But yeah, honestly, 9 out of 10 game. Honestly, fantastic. It's up there with my favorite era of Final Fantasy games. And it's very different. And for the record, I'm not that well versed with tactics games. I've played like a bit of the Saiga before, and I did really struggle to get into that too. This I had a lot of fun with, and it kind of makes you think maybe I should try some more tactics games now. Because when I was younger, I didn't care for tactics games. And the reason I didn't play this, it wasn't even available in my location. There wasn't a PAL version of it until the War of the Lions version came out, and beyond then that was PSP only, so I was kind of like, well, you know. But this game was, even if you're not into the gameplay, and I get that, I recommend checking out the story nonetheless, because the story is fantastic, and if you like Final Fantasy level storytelling, you're gonna love this story, because this story is one of the most complex and darker of the Final Fantasy storytelling. And even to make it clear, Final Fantasy storytelling is usually very dark. Well, back in the day it was, or deals with dark themes throughout their games. This game kept dark for most of it. I know I was quite critical of Rams at the start of this, and that's because when Alma gets captured, he seemed unfazed. I want to reiterate why Ramza bothered me. He seemed unfazed. There was more emotion coming from Delita than there was Ramza. So for a main character, I was quite shocked a bit of like how his reaction to things were in the world. Delita is my favorite character. I'm way more interested and invested in him. I wish his ending was a bit better, but Ovelia, I liked her as a character as well. She seemed super interesting. But yeah, Alma and Ramza are like where the game ends, and it's kind of like but yeah, Delita had this plan to get revenge for his sister, to take out all of the lords of the land in a way that backstabs them all and then becomes king of the land. I thought it was really, that felt very, you know, like Game of Thrones in a sense of what you know, that sense of what it's doing there. And that's he's playing the game, if that makes sense. Agrias is a great character, although I think what felt for me is some of the characters that join you, their arcs never really get finished. I didn't feel like Agrias' arc finished, because I feel like her arc would finish if she goes back to Ivalice. For some reason she saves a Ramza officially, but then we don't know what happens to them after. Do they all just disappear? Because in the cutscene you only see, well, I guess in the cutscene you're going to only show the two characters that confirmed are going to be there, because you have to accept them in the pie. But it just seems a bit like by the end of it you don't know what happens. But yeah, I could right here go into detail about all the characters and what I liked about each of them individually, but overall cast, fantastic cast, you know. I liked all the characters across the board, and yeah, I still liked Ramza. He just kind of paled in comparison to a lot of some of the other characters. Now it worked. Also, not Dice Dog, but Zalbag, legend. So yeah, I think that the game overall is fantastic. I've really enjoyed my experience of it. I was always going to play this game for my first playthrough this year anyway. Then they announced the remake, remaster, whatever we want to dub it as. And I was like, I'll just play this on release then, since like it's going to be the same, near enough the same experience anyway. I'm probably going to be doing a challenge run of this game at some point in the near future. I say this for literally all the games, but I want to try, the only thing I want to do is try a run of the game with Ramza solo. So I see if I can survive each part of the game. I'm not going to do every all part detail. I'm not going to do the end game dungeon and whatnot. Just beat through the game with just Ramza, make him OP, see how it works. Which will require some farming in that run, obviously. But yeah, even the farming doesn't feel that slow in this game. This version of the game gives you speed up. I'm not sure if that was in the OG version of the game, but the speed up really helps for sure. Post game, I was a bit disappointed with. It's not that... Okay, I'm going to get into fights now. I think the post game sucked overall. Now, I'm not being heavily critical about it because the game isn't about a post game, but I don't think that the post game was that good. Not because I wish these were just hard missions where it was like a 5-head game of chess and you had to figure out how to beat the enemy and figure out which classes might be better and stuff like that. What it was is kill all the enemies, leave one alive, put them to sleep, and find which tile opens up the next door. Like, I think this was like a bit... I mean, just have to kill the enemies, but it was just finding the tile in a dark room. I think it was just a bit, you know, I think that it's a bit underwhelming, if I'm being honest with you. It's a bit for an end game, but the area itself is interesting. I also understand why they do a dark room. I understand the design of it. It's just not for me, if I'm being honest with you. It's just a dark screen and just squares. And whilst it can be into what's happening on the screen, it's kind of like, you know, I just wanted harder maps to, you know, I just wanted hard maps of the things, and not necessarily done before, but just a hard map, like high level maps or something like that. But yeah, that's my summary for Tactic. I always forget something. I always come away like thinking I forgot to mention something, and if I haven't, I've probably mentioned it at some point during my playthrough anyway. But I hope you have enjoyed my playthrough of Final Fantasy Tactic. That has been an absolute dream to play this game. I'm glad I finally got to play this game. And yeah, YouTube, thanks for being part of the journey. Sorry to kill the YouTube feed here and all that stuff, but I appreciate you being part of the journey. Thanks for being part of my Tactics playthrough. I will probably do some more Tactics playthrough, but I am always doing more Final Fantasy content at some point anyway. I've got like FF7 challenges. I've got like loads of FF7 challenges stacked up, ready to go. On top of mods for other Final Fantasy games and stuff as well as a playthrough of 10 right round the corner. I'm be doing something a series called Revisiting Final Fantasy X. We did one for 8. I'm going to be doing it for 10. We'll do a lore playthrough of Final Fantasy X. I hope I'm looking forward to starting that off as well. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next playthrough. Much love to you.